convenient of her.
Right?
You should have like a bot that does a dice roll for you in the server.
I'm sure that. I'm
You can
sure
hook it
there's a
up to
bot.
Foundry even, but
Do we
I
really?
I'm sure
don't
there's a
want
bot
to.
we could.
Do we really want to?
It would be funny. It'd be
Yes.
so funny.
It'd be funny.
No, it would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
It could be funny.
All right. Well,
No, it will be funny.
I tried unpausing the game. I thought I was the game master. Why is this shit paused?
Dylan, it's not Tuesday.
Nice.
No Tuesday.
It
It's
is
not
Tuesday.
so
It's not your Tuesday.
last time, you guys walked some more on the road and made your way to a town. Nothing really weird happened on the road. It was pretty good times. And then you don't forget you encountered the weird horse. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you forgot, but just as a reminder. And then you made your way to and arrived in Akamatsu, where I knew it was going to get louder as soon as it went to the next song. I knew it was going to do that. Where you guys had a lovely little dinner and met a couple of the people in there, including Chio, the lodge keeper, and Katsu, some shepherd man that Chio had talked to late at night, which Wizz managed to catch a good portion of the conversation. And then we all ended, I believe, with you all finding the fields and the condition they are in, getting a closer look, and kind of getting a rough idea as to tracing where it's coming from.
Had a conversation with Ethel.
And then you guys had a conversation with Ethel. And so we pick up today with you guys still in Akamatsu. Believe it was late at night, and I don't think we specifically mentioned taking a rest. So if you guys want to, you can start off the session by having the rest take place, and we can say it's next morning if there's nothing else that needed to be done last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm
our
down
temp
for.
HP.
No.
I also added one thing that Josh uses for his, which is if you click on your character on the screen, you should see like active, like little effects pop up on the right.
Yeah, my concentration.
That'll be the easiest way to manage concentration, I'm sure, because you could just right click it and it goes away. So,
Like that.
like that. I figured a little thing, pretty helpful. So yeah, anything that you guys would like to do
Oh, my wild shapes.
on this lovely morning of Terra the Third?
You said we can kind of get a sense. Yesterday, we were able to kind of find a sense of where it was originating from, right?
Yeah, I mean,
North.
precisely. The reason why you have an idea is because it's you would guess basically it's in the direction where you were intending to head,
Right.
regardless.
Shit is why.
As you guys would come down in the
Yes.
morning, you would see dishes of kind of various plates of like eggs and bacon and stuff like that served for breakfast. And the plates are kind of set out with a little note that just says kind of, here's breakfast served in the morning. You can leave any tips or anything in like this little jar. And Chio does not seem to be present currently. Although the note says that they are out tending to livestock to help, tending livestock helping How did I forget his name already? Katsu. There we go.
Well, I suppose we should eat and carry on our way.
I mean, it
I'll
doesn't
tip him a gold.
Okay.
seem like there's much for us
Guys
to
making
do
bank
here.
off us.
Gotta make bank off something, given the condition of everything.
Yeah. No, I'm not one to talk. I paid him a gold for dinner last night.
So what? Just press northward more? Not really much else we
Press
can
north?
do.
I don't see much other choice at this point. The problems that these people are facing seem to originate from there anyways.
All right.
And
So you all get your cart together and have a lovely breakfast and set out north. You can tell like probably about the time that you're like heading out of town, which doesn't take you very long to reach. You can see Chio kind of walking their way from the field, kind of near where Wizz saw them last night, but kind of out there a little further back toward the their tavern. You also would catch view of Katsu kind of out there. It looks like he's tending to, you would probably guess, 20-something sheep. And yeah, you guys continue northward. About an hour or so goes by, and I'd like everyone to give me a survival check.
Survival.
Survivle.
Survivle.
One
Wow.
D4. Wait,
Wow.
I guess is this a? Am I allowed to use like my 1D4 in like situations like this, or is it like a surprise? So I can't
you
really.
can guidance yourself.
Sweet.
It is not a surprise.
So we're rolling like it is.
Oh. Well,
We
nice.
are lost.
Peace, what'd you get?
Hang on, rolling now.
You good? We need.
I think
we
I'm
need s-
following the trend to
we need
6.
s- It's up to Calyx. Can he get double
Hey,
digits?
hey, Calyx, I'm gonna bardic you on this survival check. I mean, you don't have to
If-
use it, but I'm gonna
if
give you a
if
bardic.
he's here.
Please, God, be here. What was pieces?
Oh no, he's
6.
Marcus!
On June 9th, we got scores of 6-9 and 6-9.
Hello?
I'm back.
You
Hey,
wanna
welcome back.
you wanna make a
dead.
survival?
Huge.
You wanna make a
We're
survival
looking for a
check?
survival check.
You have a
and You have a
bardic.
bardic.
Sorry about that, gentlemen.
There you
Oh
go.
my god.
We've on June 9th, we've rolled 6-9 and 6-9. And another 6. So he's broken the trend. 15.
You wanna add the
I use the
d6?
bardic anyway. I'll add it.
Oh, 19. Even
We're
We're
better.
not lost.
So, as you guys set out, Wizz, the only thing going through your mind is it's a new day, and that means maybe a new chance that you can find a way to teleport yourself back to that castle. You're just thinking of how do you do it? How do you make sure that that's the thing that happens? Malik, you're still kind of caught on the situation that town has found itself in, and knowing as being somebody from not necessarily like this area but those kinds of towns and traveling through those towns, it is it's the right thing to do, but it's rough to just leave that town behind in the condition it's in, but you can't help them, and that's kind of just weighing on your mind. Elias, Dozki, it's a cool crisp morning. You're not really noticing anything. Trail seems clear. You don't see anyone. You wouldn't expect to see anyone. You haven't seen anyone traveling on this trail pretty much all the way up here except that one that one dude who tried to fake being a merchant that you clocked pretty quickly as not being one. Calyx. Or I guess first piece. Your thoughts are a bit consumed about the fact that you're the one who knows the most about where you're heading. And it's tough to think of anything else. Because as the days go by and the closer and closer you get, you are not sure what is going to be waiting for you there when you get there. Calyx, with a 19, you not only recognize that most of your allies, if not all of them, seem to be wandering in their mind elsewhere, but you also clock goblin-sized prints off to the side of the road, not in the dirt but in the grass, that seem to be traveling southward, but not directly into town. It looks like these are probably the goblin prints that ended up being or leading to the place where you fought a bunch of them in Wataze. So it seems like whatever camp they came from is further north.
Guys, it looks like a bunch of those goblins came through this way. Think we keep heading north, we might end up bumping into their nest or whatever.
Do we even think there's anyone left there?
Any people? Probably not.
Then what do we want to just pay it no mind, or do we want to swing by to see if they have anything worthwhile stocked up?
Probably could check it out either way.
If anything, it could be shelter. Should we need it?
Might as well then, right?
All right. So, you kind of start following the tracks of these goblins back the way they came, and it veers a little bit off the road, but never to the point where you're out of sight. So you always kind of know, oh, it'll be a quick reroute if we want to get back to the main path. And you travel for that way for about a couple of hours or so before you start coming upon what looks like an isolated rise, like a small hill. And up on top of this hill, you see a stone and timber, one-story chateau kind of place. No garden in the back. And you can tell from where you're at, there's still a faint smoke coming out of the hearth. Anyone who wants to can give me a perception check if they want to try to look closer, but you would only be able to get outside details still from your distance.
Well. Yeah, that's what I
All my
thought.
cantrips.
It's gonna be one of
Holy
those days, huh?
It's actually going to be one of
We're
those
just
days.
gonna get them all out of the way
11.
now.
I'll do this.
Okay. I'm
Oh,
then-
funny.
It's somebody's
guys.
day. Hey, you're not gonna be here next session. You might as well get it all out of the way. You might as well win it tonight.
Then that's the correct one, not persuasion. Okay.
It's one of those days.
Wait. So wait. What was the number I rolled?
A
3?
three.
All right. Can't be lower than 9.
Okay.
So it's
So it's
So
10.
it's
10 base.
17.
17.
17, got it. So 17, 25, 20, 11. Okay.
I shouldn't have bothered.
I would say with that, enough. You guys have a pretty good idea. So, kind of looking closer at the outside of this, you see shutters torn off the building. You see doors splintered. In fact, the door itself hanging. It looks like one of the door itself, the front door, is hanging from one hinge. And as you guys get close enough, there's a smell that's drifting in the wind that tells you that this did not happen super recently, because of the fact that the smell has drifted this far. The smell of cold ash, and a little bit of copper. To get closer, or would you like to do something else? Or leave? It's always an option.
When you
Mm.
said no. When you said or
Leave.
Yeah, just leave.
You could leave.
You know,
I don't know where your priorities lie. Maybe you don't want to investigate this. Maybe you want to, keep heading north.
I mean, if this was the place the goblins were camped out and they were getting orders from Mirabelle. Not that I think she leaves traces of notes to goblins, but if anyone's going to leave traces of notes, perhaps it is goblins.
Mm. You can check it out.
perhaps a quick look.
It's always just a quick look. Nothing ever goes wrong to make it not a quick look. Surely Payneless won't Hotel California 2 groups.
No.
In
That
the
bit's been and done.
in the prologue.
If I did it now, it kind of loses its appeal because it's like, dude, this guy's a one trick. He can only do Hotel California. All right. So as you guys approach closer, we'll say you get maybe 50 feet or so from the front door. There's a bit of a walkway kind of coming up, trees on each side, kind of like a little bit of like a nice entryway, but you can tell that it hasn't been maintained in maybe a few days or so, best guess. But nothing seems too disorderly. However, as I said before, the door itself seems busted in, only hanging on the one hinge. You see, kind of looking into the door, you see what looks like a few books kind of strewn about on the ground. You see a rug that's been battered up and cut in a few places. As you kind of approach up to the door, a single long room does the work of this whole house. A hearth at one end with a banked dead fire, a wall of shelves, and a writing desk beneath the room's one good window. A doorway at the back leads to what looks like a small bedroom, its frame splintered. Someone lived here, plainly, and on purpose, it seems. No ornament, no comfort that wasn't earned. Seems like a scholar of some sort, as you can tell from a few of the bookcases and the books strewn about. You see on the rug in the center a kind of like pattern woven in, a silver sunrise, which anyone who wants to can give me a religion check.
Am I good at that?
Sorry, I was beseeched. What kind of check?
Religion.
Religion. And kind of going on. You see the same pattern repeated smaller on the spine of a few of these books as well. And a modest shrine on the shelf where a candle has guttered into a pool of hard wax. You can see the room itself has been turned over with patience, not fury, as the cuts and everything at the doorway and the broken doors seem to give way to aggression. Once it gets to the books itself, it looks like things were combed over. Maybe a couple were thrown out. But other than that, things were kind of looked through with decent amount of effort and care. Books pulled and fanned and dropped, drawers stacked and emptied, the rug rolled back from the boards. Looks like corners searched and everything. And then as you kind of step inside, you see just to around the corner, opposite of the door to the bedroom, you see a arm of what looks to be a body, now deceased, lying on the ground in a pool of dried blood. With your religion checks, anyone who got over a 15 or 15 or higher would know that this silver sunrise is a symbol commonly associated with the radiant eternal.
Interesting.
You see,
No.
as you get closer, around this body, you see some loose pages that have seemed to probably not landed where they are now, but seem to have slowly drifted from wind, kind of making its way through this broken window into the chateau, drifted across the floor and settled. You see some of them have footprints on them where they've been walked on, and some, and most, however, do not. You see the figure himself. He's silver-haired. You would guess probably 50s. You see ink stains on his fingers. You see a desk kind of just to his left. Almost it looks like as if he was sitting at the desk and in the process of being killed, slumped and fell off. You see a few arrows in his back, not complete arrows. It looks like they've been snapped off, so it's just the tips of the arrows that are still embedded in his backside. And robes that are now torn apart, but you can kind of make out from the other symbols you've seen of that same silver sunrise. You see him laying next to, as you kind of look around the corner more, you see him laying next to a mid-40s woman. Close-cropped hair, a pendant of the same silver sunrise, and you see a broken ceremonial dagger beside her. Her body is draped over a small locked chest. Both are dead, you can tell pretty immediately.
Wow.
Well, we should probably start somewhere. Why don't we give me a minute? Why is it not letting me ritual cast it? I swear there was a button to ritual cast before.
Maybe. Anyone who wants to can give me a perception check now, real quick as well.
I can just not consume the spell slot and it
I love
will function the
perceiving.
same,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
want
that
to.
works.
Do you have any option? I got 25. No.
27.
Growl.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
17.
I would say as you guys are kind of investigating the scene, Peace, you're furthest back from kind of as you guys are slowly, and I mean very slowly, like taking this in. You're not touching anything really yet. You barely stepped in, and you stepped in enough to kind of get the full scene. Peace, you hear somebody approaching from behind you, outside, still a good distance away, but at least within talking distance. As I'd like all of you to describe what your characters are doing in
good.
this hallway entrance, as Aveline starts to approach. So we'll just go from the top down. So Calyx, what would you say that Calyx is doing this current moment?
Dox is really just kind of taking it all in, and kind of like trying to piece the scene together, I guess.
All right, Elias.
So what am I currently doing?
Yeah, what would Elias currently be doing after seeing this scene?
Yeah, I don't know.
We
Just
appreciate
standing there?
honesty around here.
All right.
What am
Malik?
Malik has he has his loot out and he has begun to string along it as he's kind of taking in the room at large, and he's casting detect magic because he wants to just jump right to the point of figuring out if there's anything else going on here that we can't see.
Okay. Peace.
Well, having heard that, I think you said there's someone coming. I could hear back from the way we
Yeah.
came. Correct.
Not quickly or anything, but
I'm going to get everyone's attention and let them know that that's occurring and take a position by the door and look out to see who the heck is coming.
all right. Dozki?
How much space do we have inside this area?
The hallway is probably about 8 feet wide or so at its
Okay.
biggest. It kind of goes in, and then it like tees, and on the right side of the tee is the bedroom, and the left side is where you found the 2 bodies.
Gotcha. How
The
tall?
left side opens up a little bit. It's probably 10 feet tall ceilings. The left side opens
Okay.
up a little bit to kind of be like a little study with like the desk and then the chest and everything and some bookcases.
Okay. Yeah. Dozki's just getting ready to take up space at the doorway by piece.
All right, and then Wizz.
Does bodies got anything on them?
They have some stuff on them. If you think
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
Wizz would
go-
just be like going up and trying to see what
Yeah,
you
I
can snag.
just want to see what I can get off their bodies.
All right.
I have my cloak,
So,
so I'm hard to see.
in that case, as you witness what they all are doing, what does Peace and Dozki, it sounds like, see as Aveline approaches?
Well, I would love to send my picture, but I can't use their chat. So,
I can send it for you. Don't worry, they'll get it.
but she clearly sees you all, but she's just keeping a steady pace, not rushing to get up to you all. But she is watching the party.
All right.
Can I find anything in the pockets?
Give me an investigation check.
This is not gonna be good. Hides of chaos. Let's go.
That 2022. Yeah, so you are searching the body. Would you say you would search the man's body or the woman's body first?
Yeah, do the man's body first.
All right. So on the man's body, you see or you find a collection of papers as well as one letter opened and 2 unopened letters.
Yeah, give me those. Let me get those.
Okay.
I
And then
will-
on the woman's body, you would again see the broken ceremonial dagger next to her, as well as finding what looks like a holder, or like a keychain for a key. However, the key is not there.
And how'd they both die?
Arrows and daggers. Like you see multiple stab wounds and multiple arrow wounds.
In a house?
Goblins.
Yep.
The house is broken into. They're like the
Yes,
doors are all
goblins.
damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's shooting arrows in a house? Anyway.
Goblins.
Goblins.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
call out to the approaching figure and ask them, who goes there?
I could ask you the same thing.
We're just travelers. We're heading north. Happened to cross some suspicious things and decided to investigate. Can we help you?
What suspicious things did you come across?
Well, now 2 dead bodies. But the trails that were here were from goblins. Ones we think were likely the ones we took care of prior.
Am I at the door now?
Yeah, we'll say you're probably pretty close to it at this point.
She'll slightly peer past you and see that you guys have actively looted the bodies.
I turn my attention and see that Wizz is actively started looting the bodies.
Tact for once.
I'm going to assume that if you're searching for things on them, that you didn't cause this?
I mean, none of us are particularly proficient in archery, to my knowledge, but besides that, also no. I don't think. I think a look at the scene could tell you we didn't have the time to have done this. It's not recent.
I'm Aveline Vale, envoy of the Outer Sanctum. And you all are?
Well, collectively, we go by the adventuring name Mixed Company. We're registered with the guild. Individually, I'm Malek.
Calyx.
Peace.
Dozki.
Elias.
That's Wizz.
No,
And-
no, it's not.
Wizz, what did you find?
Nothing. I'm still
Wiz,
looking.
come
No.
on. We all saw you.
I want his shoes.
I
I started
saw
taking the
you.
guy's boots off.
I saw you stuff
Yeah,
those
you
notes in
grabbed,
your
you grabbed
pocket.
some leather boots.
You didn't. You did not see me do that. Oh wait, shit! I just gave it away. All right, here.
Listen,
All right, I don't want him. I want his boots.
So you're handing over
Don't-
the letters?
Yeah, I don't want to. I toss him to Calyx.
Okay, thanks.
The fuck do I want letters for? Unless there's money in them. If there's money in them, they're mine.
Calm down.
Do I look like I read?
Are you tossing over the letters and the papers, or just the letters?
I just put it all on the ground in front of me, and then I take this guy's shoes off.
Got it.
Do they fit me?
No!
Unless you just
There's
got
a
massive gnome
snake
feet.
in boot. I put his boots on.
Oh my god. He puts his boots on over his boots.
Yeah, they're like big slippers. What do you think, Calyx?
Yeah, please, I can't.
Calyx, I need to know your opinion of this.
Look, I'm laughing.
They
Calyx
just
is
come
being
up to your
very serious
torso.
right now. Wiz?
I don't know. I'm gonna. I think I'll scoop up the letters to take a look at them before we show them to
All right, well, one is open, two are unopened.
Evelyn.
And there's just
So if you want to look
generic.
at the if you want to look at the open one, you'd be able to. It's not long. It says,
Oh,
Alden, your knowledge of the Radiant Eternal's opposition to soul fusion would be invaluable. Palace of Light must be prepared for what comes.
if you don't mind, I do believe those are private correspondence. It should be returned to Radiant Eternal hands.
Does
is
Aveline very clearly have symbolism of the Radiant Eternal on her?
Not the Silver Sunset, but very clearly in other ways, yes.
Were you familiar with these people?
No, but I was sent here to investigate what may have happened.
Insight.
Go ahead.
While you do that, is that what the outer
Yep.
is that
Yep.
what the outer veil is? It's tied to the Radiant
It's-
Eternal.
Yes.
Outer Sanctum, right?
Outer Sanctum, was that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah, Outer Sanctum.
I would also like to kind of ignore the request made and continue on to the next letter.
You're just gonna open the next letter in
Yeah,
front of her.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
are.
I'm all
Yeah.
for it.
We're
Let's do it. Let's do
firing
it.
on all cylinders tonight, huh?
I'm all for it.
Won't stop you, but I should caution that delving into this may not be beneficial.
Or what if we told you we were already interested in attaining access to the Palace of Light? Would it then also still not be of interest to us?
I didn't mean to say it wouldn't be of interest. More, you're just going to get involved in who knows what. You're interested in the Palace of Light?
I will.
I think you underestimate our involvement
Oh,
as
oh.
is, and I'm gonna point to Malik the letter
Yeah.
that I just read and show the notice about the resistance to the Radiant Eternal.
So the second letter
So I think we know a thing or two about that.
that you would have read, the second letter says, "Your refusal is noted. The goblins come at dusk tomorrow. Rhea's safety depends on your cooperation. Signed, MD."
Huh.
Well,
I'll
It
kind
is
of.
not the same writing
that's
as
that
the first one.
confirmed.
I'll
Yeah, it would make sense.
as I am handed this, I'll look at Aveline. Soul fusion.
Can't say that I'm familiar.
Then that might be.
May I look
something-
at the letter for context?
This particular one? Yeah, I don't see any reason why you couldn't see it, especially if it's more tied to you than it is to us. And I'll hand it to her.
It says, as I said, Alden, your knowledge of the Radiant Eternal's opposition to soul fusion would be invaluable. The Palace of Light must be prepared for what comes. The only thing that comes to your mind is, I mean, soul fusion doesn't sound good to you. You can't see a reason why the Radiant Eternal or anyone in there would support it.
I take it that
Yeah.
he is Alden.
Would seem so.
Ooh, so you're really not familiar with them.
Like I said, I just heard that there was strange things in the region. Just came to see what those strange things may be.
I was
It was,
on.
it was
Mhm.
Mirabelle.
Can't
She'll
look at-
turn to you
That's
and
what
say
I should
that.
handle.
I'll look at
Well-
Peace as you say that.
Mirabelle? What do you mean by that?
I'll hand you the letter, the second letter that I read, and I won't elaborate it this time. I'm just going to open the third.
I'm looking over your shoulder as you read it, so that I can also
Yep.
read it as Pieces handed you this
Also
letter.
reading. I'm also reading.
Or three of us are just
The
like.
third letter you open, and it seems that it is an unfinished letter written in a different handwriting. It says, "I cannot in conscience help further with this work. The ritual they described, it was never meant for this. If Mirabelle asks about the components, tell her I refused. The cost is to..." And it stops, as if in that moment of him writing the sentence, that is when he was killed, and somebody else was planning to send this letter off.
May I see the final letter?
Yeah, I'll hand it over. I don't see any reason not to.
What was the second letter again, Jake?
Second letter was, "Your refusal is noted. The goblins come at dusk tomorrow. Rhea's safety depends on your cooperation. Signed, MD."
We've never heard of the term Rhea before, right?
Rhea being a name, yeah, it's capitalized.
Yeah.
Reyya.
We don't know what that is.
Yeah.
What do you all know about this Mirabelle Dorne?
Like broadly or in pertaining to this? Because
All information is, I think, paints a full picture.
Well, here's the first thing I'll
I
say.
think I would like to, before we answer, can I now do an insight to see if she seems well intentioned with this request?
Sure, go ahead.
Like, oh, what do you know?
All right.
While you do that, because Malik does not necessarily think that this is going to change anything in relation to what he's about to say, what I will say is that she has expressed to us that the Radiant Eternal and those who follow it are not to be trusted. So forgive us in that there is a little bit of hesitancy, especially with the fact that I've never personally interacted with someone who's a follower, to so easily hand over information. Though I do want to stress, I don't particularly like Mirabelle either. So you have that going in your favor. I'm actually leaning to trust you just because I don't like her very much.
Peace. With your 23 insight check, I would say, one, you're not sensing any sort of deceit necessarily. There's a little bit of like, you can tell that there's a little bit of restraint in terms of what is being talked about because of the fact that both parties are not informed as to what the other one knows. However, the dressings and like appearance of Aveline gives you the impression that she is not of like standard like status in the Radiant Eternal, like in the Palace of Light, but somebody of the type of people that unless you would get to and be invited inside, you would never meet them.
I don't blame your caution. If I had never met someone from something else, I would too be hesitant to say more than I know. About Mirabelle, so you've actually met her or them.
Well, we met something akin to her. Whether it was actually her is now a point of concern.
Oh, I see.
She
So
introduced herself as her, but it could have simply been a copy,
a magical projection.
And she
a
chose
construct.
to seek you all out?
It did not seem like she was... It seemed like we crossed paths on her trying to seek somebody else out. And whether it was intentional for her to engage with us or not was uncertain. She seems like a woman with many plans. If meeting us was one of them, well, she didn't let on.
I'll be honest in that my knowledge of Mirabelle is...
But she was very keen. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say my knowledge of her is limited, but her name does seem to keep coming up in my investigations. I don't know how she's tied to anything. I just simply want to understand.
I think, I'll kind of look over the group, I feel comfortable giving you a little bit of a base background about who she is. I don't think that information is anything too
Yeah, I wanted to ask,
swaying.
do we know
I
that she
wouldn't-
calls herself the curator?
Yeah. We
Okay,
do know that.
just want to make sure.
We, first came about her... I'll stop. Do you want me not to share? Do you have a point of interjection?
No,
I understand
I
your
was just going to
hesitancy.
say that I second what you said, and I think it wouldn't even necessarily be bad to share a bit of her interaction with us not too long ago.
Well, before we get to that, I think it's... If you're interested, I'd like to share a little about her, and if you could enlighten us a little about the Radiant Eternal, I feel like that is a good starting place.
I'd be more than happy to.
Wonderful. Mirabelle also goes by the name the Curator. She seems to collect and investigate things of magical importance and happenings. She's very old. Exactly how old I couldn't say, but there are traces of her that we've found so far across Fae that shows she's been around much longer than any of us. She used to be a follower of Mars, though that no longer seems to be the case. And she has some sort of following, indicated by those who do wearing symbolism of it's stars and string, right? A needle and thread through around stars.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'll describe. I'll even pull out my notebook and I'll show you the sketching of it because I have the design. She seems to be a woman who experiments with magic and doesn't always clean up after herself when she does.
Interesting. And when you all met her, she was forthcoming with all of this?
We've learned some of this through others. I'll be frank, she didn't share much about herself, I feel, at least to us. Our meeting was much more about things she planned to do, or things or people she was interested in. We've encountered some of her work ourselves, and it's been a mixture of good and bad.
Where, if I may ask?
A cove off the coast of Alaria, and quite recently, which one is it? I have to get the town. It was Kakumi, right? Or was it Shimoja?
I think it was Akumi.
I think it was Kakumi because it was the first one, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, we didn't fuck with the second one.
So a cove off the coast of Alaria and the area where Kakumi used to be. Unless it's returned since our presence there.
And that's when you talked to her?
No, we encountered her just recently. Why do you make these names the worst? Wataze. She was in Wataze.
And I don't suspect you all to know this. You don't happen to know, besides you said she had a following, but you don't happen to know if she's working with anyone.
We know
Someone else that shares her vision, or they're perhaps a benefactor?
she has worked with very powerful people in the past. We found records of it, though she claimed most of those are in the... Well, actually, I think she claimed all of those were in the past. Besides one she seemed to want to avoid talking about. But I think we're slowly starting...
Now, I would say what we know of.
Yeah.
I would say something that we know right now of her is that she's looking to continue the work of the Exalted Emissary. If that name means anything to you.
It does not. Does it mean something to you all?
Some of us, yes.
Like seeing the
bit.
smile crawl across Sean's face.
Oh, fine. Let's see if anyone else is gonna answer. It's not my place.
Feel
Yeah.
free to share what you're comfortable with, but
She had previous arrangements with Malek Dorne and an entity known as the Stranger.
When we met with her, she was looking for assistance with a plot of hers to lay some kind of siege to the Palace of Blight.
Hmm.
So, if that is where you would place your loyalties, indeed your enemy.
Get a little robot-y piece.
You like there, bro?
We didn't take up her offer.
That is true.
Well,
Yeah,
I appreciate
how
that.
bad?
She was quite persistent that nothing tied to the Radiant Eternal, the Palace of Light, was doing any good for Vey. However, it's very hard to convince someone of that when we've seen that her own handiwork was putting innocent people in danger as well. This is less, a resistance to cooperate with her was less that we place any faith in the Radiant Eternal, and more that just our personal experiences can't let us vouch for her.
That's a fair. Without any knowledge of the Radiant Eternal, I don't blame you for not immediately taking our side without any knowledge. But all the same, I still appreciate you all not taking her up on that.
I will say, and this is the last thing I feel comfortable sharing without a little bit of information in return, she didn't seem, or refusal didn't seem like the end of the world to her, which to me implies she has other people already in mind. We probably were just a bonus if she could get us.
If what you say is true, I suspect that she wouldn't have a single point of failure with involving your adventuring party. She probably has backup plans upon backup plans. But all the same, as far as the Radiant Eternal, how familiar are you all with it? Just by name, or?
By name.
Oh,
Yeah, mostly by name.
I mean,
I do not know.
I've heard a story here or there, but nothing that I could ever fully believe to be the whole truth.
Nothing concrete.
Yeah.
I mean, I can give you a brief history lesson if that's what you guys are looking for.
I mean, that sounds incredibly
That would be
interesting.
so interesting.
Because, to my knowledge, everyone we've ever interacted with has implied that there is no history to give about the Radiant Eternal.
Oh, no, not true at all. The Radiant Eternal themselves is a god of light and positivity, a counterbalance to the void and darkness that, I find constantly seeks to encroach upon this plane. Unlike the Nine, the Radiant Eternal never sought dominion or worship. Instead, the Radiant works in harmony with the Luminant Eternal, which is the moon god. Much as the sun and moon are together in the sky. It's a balance, not through force or divine decree, but just through quiet persistence. The Palace of Light itself stands upon a sacred mountain in Dorne. Is built around an ancient stone city discovered during the Radiant Calling. If I remember correctly, 30 gifted individuals, spiritually gifted, from across the continent experienced identical visions simultaneously, which drew them to this exact location. They recognized it as a beacon of the Radiant Eternal's presence and established the first shrine. The luminaries, so those with the deepest connection to the radiant, have maintained this sacred space ever since. Their numbers ebb and flow over the centuries, but it's always replenished with people who have a true spiritual connection through acts of healing, protection, and genuine guidance. During the Schism of Light, the palace was tested. The government of Dorne attempted to conscript its residents. The luminaries formed a wall of light that held for 3 days. Not a weapon, but this unbreakable barrier. It cost the soldiers nothing, but it exposed the determination, and the palace has been independent ever since from the city of Dorne. But the greatest work, I think, came later when High Luminary Sereth Dawnkeeper performed the Sovereign's Decree ritual. She used this silver thread, blessed by continuous prayer, and inscribed with it conditions from all the 12 remaining original luminaries. It basically created this barrier of pure light that endures to this day. When the ritual was completed, a pillar of light extended miles into the night sky, and it was visible for leagues in every direction, and it's a permanent sign of the Radiant Eternal's presence and protection. The barrier itself has kept the palace true to its purpose, a place of genuine spiritual refuge, open only to those whose hearts genuinely seek guidance rather than exploitation. This may or may not be why it's at odds with Mirabelle. I wouldn't be the person to make such a distinction.
Jake, do
Mhm.
any of those events or date-like occurrences, have I ever heard of any of them?
Yes. The Schism of Light is not what you know it would be called. But based around how she described it, that is an event that you have heard numerous stories about. However, because of the fact that other people have just named it random things based on, oh, I experienced it this way, so this is what I call it. I experienced it this way, this is what I called it. You've never heard it called the Schism of Light, but the description, what she said, lines up perfectly with things that you've heard from the past. You would date those stories about 200 years ago.
You said, so this radiant colic, that is when those 30-some individuals receive those shared visions?
Yes.
I have a curious question. The Luminant Eternal, why is that not so spoken of in comparison to the Radiant Eternal?
Just less of a less of no, they're still there, but the Radiant Eternal is just more outright. But if you do happen to gain access to the Palace of Light, I guarantee you will see the Luminant Eternal. They don't. Sorry, let me correct what I said.
You're not
Luminant
wrong.
Eternal. The
You're not wrong in what you said, to be fair.
yeah. Let me be more clear. They don't have a physical presence, but you'll see their influence at the Palace of Light.
Interesting.
Why would Mirabelle see the existence of your fortress as a threat to Vey?
I really couldn't tell you. Theologically, the palace teaches that the Radiant Eternal prefers to let the world develop according to mortal choice and will. It's through guidance and honest seeking, not demanded worship. I don't know much about Mirabelle, but perhaps this is at odds with what she seeks to accomplish.
But you are
I
particularly... Sorry.
was also going to say it is wholly separate from the Nine.
Yeah. So, the Radiant Eternal and their followers are largely hands-off. Like, the fate
That
of
is a way.
Vey and the threats that roam it are not really of concern to you all.
in so many words. Not to say that we don't care about the well-being of people, but it's not up to the Radiant Eternal to determine what happens to this world.
That actually might be more where she takes issue. Or at least partially. Perhaps.
Perhaps she
I
seeks to give
suppose
some sort of intervention.
to remove us completely.
I mean, that does seem to be her intention.
But I can't understand if she believes that we take a pacifist stance, why even bother removing us?
Because she doesn't think you take a pacifist stance. But she doesn't think... She thinks your pacifist stance is a cover for something more sinister.
Such as?
That is really the question, isn't it? That was kind of what she posed to us. If bad things are happening across Fae, and the Radiant Eternal is so powerful, and the Palace of Light seeks to gather individuals who prove themselves worthy, what exactly are they doing if they're not using all of that to aid Fae? That, I think, was more or less how she proposed it to us. A question, not really an answer from her.
I'm not sure that I have the answer you all are looking for. I would say this is within how the Radiant Eternal has always operated. And those that seek to join the Radiant Eternal do that on their own volition. Again, it's a path of honest seeking, not demanded worship.
Perhaps because it is not a commanding force. Maybe she wants that to change. She does not trust something that does not intervene, so she would rather have something that would have its hierarchy, something to control us.
Perhaps you've all found something that she's been looking for.
Found something, like an item or something?
Perhaps, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something physical. Perhaps you've reached some sort of status or have some sort of power that she's been desiring. I know it's all very vague sounding, but I feel like those are all valid reasons in her mind to oppose you.
I can't say that I know of anything.
I didn't
I
expect you
just
to.
know that there's been strange occurrences across Bay, and it seems to be that each time I go to investigate what's occurred, the name Mirabel Dorne keeps occurring.
What kind of strange occurrences?
Just things like this.
Murders?
Murders,
You've heard
disappearances, strange magical happenings.
any in particular you think are of importance enough to share?
None that this has been the most enlightening, only because I've come across you all.
I do have a question I'm interested in asking. I do think she raised a point I was curious about. Individuals accomplish something, and that accomplishment catches the attention of the Radiant Eternal, and they receive invitations to the Palace of Light, right?
Are you asking how to get into the Palace of Light?
No, I'm asking why. What is the reason to gather people?
Just to recognize exemplary deeds. There's no demand that they come, no requirement that they stay. But if someone does something good in this world, and the Radiant chooses to teach the lessons that we do, then I do think it would be incumbent of the Radiant to acknowledge those that do these exemplary deeds.
Can I insight that?
You can always insight.
Hate to be a broken record, but I'm suspicious as fuck.
Well, if you're just gonna,
I'm suspicious as hell.
if you're just gonna,
That'd be a nat 20 for 28.
if you're just gonna roll like that, what are we even doing?
Yeah, I mean, with the nat 20 insight, you don't detect any deceit in the voice. You would venture to guess that Aveline is not the person who makes that distinction.
Just relaying it.
I will be honest with you, and I'm sure this is not a revelation based upon what you've told me. But like I said, coming across all these different scenes, it does seem to me that there's something is looming. I'm not quite sure what it is, and perhaps maybe that's why the Order of the R8 Ice wants me to come look. I couldn't tell you, but it is worrisome.
Sorry, I'm just taking in how many proper nouns you throw our way. So rarely do I meet people who just say names of things and events and such, and I've never heard a single one of them in that way. It's
Distinctions matter.
interesting.
Are you unfamiliar with the layout of the room?
Yes. Immensely
Oh.
so.
My apologies. That one's on. Okay.
Do they teach it somewhere? Is it something that I should have learned?
I'm not sure. I think the people of Dorne are probably quite familiar, and then of course those here. But at the top is High Luminary Seraphine Dawnmere. She's in charge of the Radiant Eternal. In so many words, she leads the Palace of Light.
Wizz is raiding their kitchen, but he hears that and he turns around and he says, "Wait, so she runs the palace? She is the Radiant Eternal, basically?"
No.
I don't agree
The
with that
Radiant
logic, and I'll go back to digging out some bread out of somewhere.
Actually, I would say that Wiz, you would have found a journal stashed away in one of the cupboards.
More notes.
Throw it at Calyx's head.
Going based off of your natural 20 investigation from earlier when you were searching the bodies.
I'll throw it at Calyx's head.
Has my detect magic procced, by the way, now at this point?
Yeah, I would say it has.
Anything of note?
From like in the house, or anything specific, or just in the house in general?
Let's start with the house. I mean, I haven't scoped it. It's just in the area we are at, which I guess would be the scene of the crime. Does anything in this area ping as magic? Nothing from the lockbox?
The ritual dagger?
Nothing from the box. The dagger, no. I would say the only thing is there's a couple lower level magic items that Aveline has, which doesn't surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
And then your stuff. But as far as the house itself, nothing.
Interesting. Or maybe not in the same way. Okay, so there's the High Luminary. And then what? What's after the High Luminary?
One sec.
Yeah, Jake is typing you the organizational structure. I
Well,
understand.
I'm trying to explain it.
I'm trying to
actually.
I'm trying to find it in my notes. I have a huge thing. I have like a book.
You can throw that book at Calyx's head.
Head too, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that name was Seraphine Dawn what?
Seraphine
Dawnmere.
Dawnmere.
Mir.
So that's at the top, and she's the Luminary's vigil. Below that is the ascent of the beacon. That's like the devoted guard. Would probably be the best description of that. Then the inner cloister. Below that is the outer sanctum. And then below that would just be everyone else.
Like apostles.
Yeah.
Yeah, the general guard. The people that if you went up to the Palace of Light, this would be the people that you would talk to that would tell you to like, hey, you're not invited, go away.
So what's the order of the Aurite Eyes? Is that what it was?
The Aurate Eyes.
Aurite.
Aureate. I.
And what is that? It's a part of the outer sanctum?
No.
No.
The. One second. It's just another term for Seraphine and her devoted guard and the Luminars.
So despite being part of the outer sanctum yourself, you are taking a direct order from the High Luminary, essentially, in coming here.
High order is a strong word. I was entrusted to come in and see what was going on. I have a knack for, I don't know, investigation maybe?
This will now be the first time that Malika is actually, like, looking more at you. She appears human. Is she human? Can I tell?
Yeah, I feel like you should be able to. I don't think Evelyn's hiding anything about that, is she?
Nope.
Yeah.
As in she's human.
She's human?
Yep, she's human.
Okay. So, and this is more of a point of clarification. You say that the Radiant Eternal is a god.
Yes.
As in different from the 9? Not as, like, obviously
Correct.
not one of the 9, but like the 9 are, they have divinity to them. They've like acquired it. The Radiant Eternal is different in that regard.
The Radiant Eternal, like I said, is a god of light. It's a direct counterbalance to the void and the darkness.
Is the void and the darkness a concept, or is it also a god?
Concept as far as I know.
So there is a god of the light and the moon, yet there is no god opposing them of the darkness and the void.
Just nature itself. Who knows? That's how I understand it.
What will you do now that your point of contact has fallen and we've told you this information about Mirabelle? Are you heading back to the Palace of Light to report on your findings?
Well,
Or are you going to continue investigating?
I was going to continue investigating. I know that the Tomb of Thuron is over here.
What?
No, sorry, not over here.
JK,
If I typed that, that's my fault.
you did. What was over here?
Got it.
Like as far away as possible.
There's the ruins associated with Kogakura, as you would know, which is the town north.
May I ask where it is that you all are going next?
Probably the
We're
same
heading
place.
to Kogakura.
I was going to say, probably the same place wherever you're going to investigate is going to take you. It seems to be the only thing further north here of importance.
Well, lucky chance.
It also seems that Mirabelle is probably also heading in that direction.
Is that so?
Fortuitous.
She set off north when we last saw her.
Oh, this was recently?
Yes, what, 3 days ago? 4, maybe?
If you all
Yes.
don't mind, I
mean-
would like to accompany you all north.
I mean, I will clarify on our thing that while we saw her setting off north, we have no way to know whether the one we saw set off north was the same one we engaged with in combat hours later.
Which
I'm
I don't
sorry.
think we told you about yet.
No,
yet,
I hadn't.
But,
You fought her?
Not intentionally.
not.
Turns out we defended Wataze from a raid from some goblins, and it seems that she had staked her own business with the goblins, and whether it was because we opposed the goblin raid or it was because we turned down her offer to aid her prior, she seemed to take issue with us. So we had a scuffle with a construct that had the appearance of her.
I see.
Can I take a moment to discuss with my friends something real quick before we answer your question about
Sure.
accompanying us?
I should probably reach back out to the Radiant Eternal anyways and tell them at least what we found here. If that's all right.
You can do that.
You could just ring him up.
Probably just through ascending.
What's up, homie?
Oh,
You can send
You can
the
send
Radiant
things?
Eternal.
even though it doesn't have like a physical shape, form, matter.
I'm not talking about the god. I'm talking about the
Oh, like home
the
base.
order.
Okay.
Understood.
Home base. That makes
I got it.
more sense.
I thought she was about to go, "Hey, Dad."
I'll be right back then.
Yeah.
So while that was happening,
Wizz.
Wizz, I assume you read this journal that you found.
No, we threw it at Calyx.
No, I threw it at Calyx's
Oh, you just
head.
threw the journal? Okay. So
At
Calyx,
his head.
Calyx, in the middle of that conversation, would you have read the journal?
I would definitely have read it.
Okay.
Would have hit you in the head.
You open the journal, and it seems to be a personal journal, mostly just detailing days, and you pretty easily piece together that the man's name is Alden, and his wife's name, who is the other person there, is Rhea. Mostly talking about kind of like some of the stuff he's studying. Most of it is like pretty non-interesting, nothing directly tied to the Radiant Eternal, just like general magic study, general like religious study, and priestly kind of divine magics and everything like that. Nothing that you're not already familiar with. And then it starts getting a little more abstract, without a better way to put it. It starts talking about this magics called the bonds of memory. Something that's not something you're familiar with, not something you've ever read. It talks about it as if it's some sort of spell, but it doesn't seem that Alden, when he was talking about it, was too certain of like how to cast it, what it does. It seems like it's something he just picked up on. He doesn't quote or write the source of where he heard it. And then the final entry in this is, it says, they came this morning. Mirabelle's goblins. I told them no. Rhea stood with me. We will not give them what they seek. The delirium crystal remains hidden. Without it, the ritual's attunement to the emissaries cannot proceed as planned. Let that be our last act of faith.
Wow, this is incredibly interesting.
Very.
Share that with us.
Yeah, sure.
I want to test something. It's such a bad idea. But like, I'll hold on to that. I won't do that yet. Beast, what did you want to speak on?
I wanted to speak on, well, clearly, direction of this conversation seems to be leading that this messenger or investigator from the Radiant Eternal would like to continue up north with us. And I think for good reason. There's information we've kept to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were going to agree to have this person accompany us, there's a certain level of this information which would need to be trusted so that we don't have someone who's walking in line with us.
I agree with you. Actually,
And
I got all of it. So if you need any translation, I speak robot. We're all good.
I think you might need to translate some of that.
Peace thinks that if Aveline is going to be joining us, there are certain levels of information we should share so that she's not going in blind at Kogakura.
My concern is a little bit more selfish, I suppose, but I'm hesitant to let an organization which, well, it seems like she was very forthright and honest with us, as best as I could read. I don't want them. I hesitate to let them know of the ritual that created me and that's occurring up north.
See, the difficult thing is I find it hard to not share information about the ritual going on up north. I think I understand the hesitancy.
I don't want to be an experiment again.
Oh, that's not going to happen. Like, in the same way that I refuse to let Eli here be back in his father's hands in any capacity, do I have any intention of letting you become an experiment.
I know that, and for me it's been easy to share about myself with all of you because we're nobodies in a certain sense, and we're not affiliated with any claims to power or grand machinations, at least as far as any of you have admitted and as far as I know you. But there's something, I think, more profoundly terrifying at my core telling someone affiliated with
Something more
powers
powerful.
of ancient nature. Yes, it's I wholeheartedly believe that you would do what you could to keep me safe, but it's terrifying, to be honest.
I do question the idea of this Radiant Eternal being ancient. I mean, but that's besides the point. I get it. Are you comfortable if we keep your tie to the ritual a secret? But I mean, if she's going to Kogakura, she's going to see the ritual. I mean, the more important thing
No,
now.
I don't. It's of one of the things I don't think is something we can keep a secret if we travel with them. It's just I don't know. I wanted to hear all of your thoughts because I feel as if there's almost no choice.
Why don't we explain it to her in a way that is vague, but paints the picture on its own? There's a ritual going on. Something about soul binding. 3 children have been taken. They're trying to create something new. That's what we know. I think that paints a pretty clear picture, right? Of
That is wise.
we don't have to say anything else about why we know it, just that the pieces we've stumbled upon point us like this.
I'm okay with that, and if more needs to be said, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose.
Or if it forces itself out. I mean, who knows what the interaction's gonna look like when we get there. I mean, the people there are probably gonna know exactly who you are.
That's why I hesitate even to withhold beforehand. The less surprise when we already don't know when what we're walking into, almost the better.
It is your personal.
And I'd almost rather know where she stands on that now than when we have other enemies to worry about as well.
But it's your existence piece. You have the right to talk and reveal those things as you choose. So if you are not comfortable, then we should take advantage of the fact that we have the power to choose.
I'm comfortable, I think, if you all have my back.
If you choose to share, I support it. And if you don't, I support it as well.
Okay. So we'll travel with her then.
I mean, if that's what she decides to do, I don't. I mean, there's a question of if she's capable of combat. Well, we don't know that we're going to come to combat. I mean, more
I
important.
think we will.
A more important question now is, what is their plan if they cannot do this ritual without this delirium crystal? What if we?
My assumption would be to find it, or she has a contingency.
But
Both
if
are valid. Both are possible.
I think the contingency is likely because, well, the question here is, you've expressed this is going to happen. We know it's going to happen. There's no way around it, right? It's just a matter of if we can change the outcome. So it implies either the existence of a contingency, or that we ourselves are going to be bringing this delirium crystal to them whether we know it or not.
Potentially.
Why don't we test that? I'm gonna dig in my bag, and I am going to pull out my Seeker's Compass.
Yeah.
And I am going to cast Locate Object with the intent of using it for the delirium crystal. I did not want to. There we go.
Seeker's Compass on the delirium crystal. What's the range on that? Locate object. What's the range on locate object? Why doesn't it?
Oh, well, we know it's a distance away now.
Why doesn't it why doesn't it show the locate object spell on your character sheet, Malik? Oh, I'm looking on D&D Beyond. I don't know
It's
why I'm doing
1,000
that
feet.
anyway.
I was gonna say, I
It's
think
1,000
it's
feet.
1,000.
Yeah.
I should know this too because I have it in my other campaign. Like
Here,
I have this exact
there
same
you go.
item.
How about that? I got it for you.
Thanks. 1,000 feet. No. So the compass just.
Well,
spins.
that's really good. That's really good. This means that it's not anywhere near us right now, which means that we are not carrying a ticking time bomb into a ritual site. I was a little worried that by chance this was going to somehow connect to Eli, and I'm really glad it didn't.
I see your thought
Yeah.
process there.
We just have another really important thing that does something on us that people are after. Very good. Well, I guess tomorrow I can try again when we think we're in a location that might be closer.
Prepared. Closer to
Kogakura. I mean, roughly there's still time, so I guess we could try it in the next town over and see if, for some reason, if it's hidden there, we'll know. And then otherwise, we'll try it when we get near Kogakura. And if it's there, well, we know we're
I'll
in
put
trouble.
it this way. In a certain sense, it's not in our best interest to find it. But I do think we should keep looking.
Yeah.
But I think we have our answer with what we would like to do with is it Avalon? So I think we should go ahead and fill in the remaining blanks for her.
We could do that on the road, even. If we don't think there's anything.
Yeah, I'm down to do it on the road.
Wizz, is there anywhere in here you haven't checked out yet? How's the bedroom looking?
Would I check the bedroom? Well, like, how's this house built? Painless? Is it nice?
It's decently nice if it wasn't.
This guy
torn
have
to
like an evil
shreds.
laboratory?
No, there's no downstairs. It's a one-story building.
One-story building?
House. Yep.
The floor's not hollow?
Nope. You instinctively like look under some of the floorboards. Stone. Just
No.
foundation.
I'm curious because we haven't done anything with it. This lockbox.
Yeah.
We said the key was very clearly not where it was supposed to be. Right?
Yep.
Like she had a place that had a key and that is gone.
Yeah, there's a keychain and the key was missing.
Yeah.
And Wizz kind of searching around the house, you do not find a key that matches this lockbox.
Could I have assumed that the key might have been off that keychain?
Yeah.
That was broken.
You would assume that there was a keychain. The key
Why
was
would
on
they
the
take the key
keychain.
if they didn't have the box? That means they know about the box.
You didn't grab anything off the goblins that resembles a key.
Which means who would have it?
I go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
I don't know. I'm just gonna continue. If there's nothing else in this house, I'm chilling.
Calyx, how are you feeling about the Palace of Light now? And any new thoughts now that you know a little bit more about the place you're supposed to go? Marcus,
wake up.
I'm here.
any new thoughts now that you know more about the palace? It is the place your mother told you to go.
I mean, this has been a little grounding, I guess. Seems a lot more like a lot less spiritual than I had Bro, he just got took, bro.
He
What
just
happened?
got
Oh my
kidnapped.
god.
What just happened?
Payneless, you
Okay,
alright,
right.
man?
Payless, you're right,
What?
man.
Yeah.
Oh, he saw you get attacked, dude.
Oh, she's yeah. She was asking about if her face was looking better. She had an allergic reaction to something. So
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Hope she's okay.
yeah, she's okay. Okay. Is there a question for me? Were we waiting on me for something?
No.
Well, I moved to a conversation. There will be something though, so
Okay.
we can
Gotcha.
come back to that. So you do.
But yeah, it's been a bit grounding, I guess. Like, it's seeming more and more like an actual place with people. It's not so mystical anymore in my mind. I was really like starting to imagine like some kind of like hive mind cult, but
They do seem a little cultish. Come on.
not cultist, but
At
we're
least
no,
just
we're not,
a little.
Yeah.
I mean, they do use similar names to the cult I was a part of. Just saying.
I mean, it's not their fault that the terms like visionary and emissary and all of those are like those terms existed before cults. It just happened that cults like the way they sound, right? Probably.
Just saying, man.
Do we
called-
think?
Sometimes you have to call a spade a spade.
Do we think we can pick this lockbox open? That is my question, Jake.
Yeah, probably. It doesn't look too difficult. You'd actually question why
They didn't.
it wasn't opened already, or maybe it was open and then locked again. But that's
Yeah,
still
'cause it was
confusing.
It was a very meticulous
You're muted, Dylan.
like dissection of their place, right?
Oh, okay, he's talking to.
But
Got it.
Shauna.
Yeah.
Aveline will knock on the door frame. Are you guys ready?
You could come back. You could come in. Yeah. Before we go, and before we decide anything about the lockbox, I
Uh,
do want to give a thorough, quick investigation of the place to see if there's anything else we might have missed. Because we've perceived, but I don't think we've investigated into fine detail
Yeah.
of anything.
Go ahead.
I'd like to help them.
Yeah, sure.
I'm also gonna bardic myself,
Also,
Alrighty.
so I can do this with
Good rolls. Good
advantage.
rolls.
Well, not you shouldn't have said that.
Good rolls. Good rolls.
And we will indeed add the d6 to that.
All right.
Because that's going to be... Oh, just the number I wanted to see. That does push me to a 25.
25. So with a 25, nothing else.
Nice.
Nothing else in here. I mean, you guys, Wizz did a pretty thorough job while you guys were talking, pretty much getting to and finding every little nook and cranny thing. The only things you guys find now are just there's some plates, there's some forks, a little bit of leftover food that wasn't already eaten by the people who ransacked it or the people who lived here. You're not sure.
Or Wizz.
Yeah, like there's really small thing you find like again like the books talking about like divine magic and stuff like that, like the origins, which all of you would roughly already know. This would be kind of like repeated knowledge. And then like I said, the only book that stands out is the one that or the journal talking about this bonds of memory thing, which is not mentioned in any of the books that you look through.
Does that sound similar to like does that feel similar to like the thing we saw in our vision where we watched those heroes fight against Lyra? Like does it feel similar in that regard of like something grander or bigger?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. It's talked about, like I said, in the journal. It's talked about as if it's a spell that you cast,
and that didn't seem like
in
it
some
was.
way. And you've never heard of this spell. And I mean, you're like fairly aware of like spells that are slightly above your your level. You're probably aware of like 3rd level spells like sending and stuff like that. So either this is a really high level spell that you've never heard of, but then you're not sure why somebody here would know about it,
like Mind Slipper,
or or it's not a traditional spell. It's something crafted. In which case, you have like loose references to something like that happening in the past between your vision and between kind of like what's discussed with the Sundering. It was that itself is mentioned as a ritual of some kind. So I would say that like your mind would probably go to the place where like you'd kind of slot into this weird magic rituals kind of area. But again, you don't know much about them other than that.
I'm gonna grab the, or I'm gonna motion to the pendants they were wearing. I'll kind of look at Aveline. Do you need these back, or would it be appropriate? Should we bury them? Like, should we bury these two and keep the pendants on them? Like, what is the appropriate thing to do here for people who were followers of the Radiant Eternal?
I don't see why I would need them back. It belong to them. They can have them. You may I mean, I would bury them with them if it was important to them in life. It's maybe important to them in death.
It's,
There was a notebook that you guys had before I had left. Do you
Yeah.
mind if I look at that?
I don't see any reason why not.
I'm going to head out of the house and begin working on the grueling work of digging a grave.
Hey.
I did mention that you guys were perhaps interested in visiting the Palace of Light,
Oh,
and I do think
you didn't
they
have
would
to
be
do
happy.
that.
They would be happy to receive you if we're able to resolve this ritual problem.
We kind of already knew that.
But I did want to say, Dozki, right? Dozki?
Yes.
They did mention that they would be interested in your help around the Palace of Light. They need someone, a druid, to investigate the area. Something about there's some suspicion of perhaps a party approaching the area, and because of your background, they thought that perhaps you might be beneficial there. I know you're needed here now, but if when this is resolved, you wanted to head in that direction.
What would I need to do?
I'm sure once you reach the local area, they'll reach out to you. They'll probably brief you. It was a sending spell, so there's a lot being discussed, but they did want to extend that invitation if you were interested.
Would it help us more towards our overall goal?
She can answer that. I don't know if she knows anything about what we overall are looking to do.
Well, would it help us potentially? God, how do I ask this? Silence. I'm walking through my mind palace of words.
Something's telling me this question is going to be asked in a way that only I can answer it.
No.
What are our goals?
I'm trying to. How would Dodge?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious
to
to
hear.
hear.
Help us? Is this gonna help us get help us get closer, or figure out like what Mirabelle is up to? Like,
I couldn't tell you. I'm not quite sure what this party is that's approaching. From what it sounded like, they suspect they're trying to do harm in or around the area. But they would reach out to you if you went out there and brief you on the situation. So you would probably know more then, if you choose to go.
They just want Dozki?
Because he's a Firbolg, yes. He would blend in.
where are they?
Around Dorne.
Around
Getting
Durn.
popular there, my friend.
Around Durn's a very broad area. But fair.
It was ascending spell, man.
Yeah, there's only 25. 25.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Just extending the invitation. I mean, you have time to consider it.
I think
And this
I
is
think
from
we've
and this is from high command.
Uh,
Pretty much.
Build more
it's just
pylons.
something that was passed along when I was mentioning your group.
Oh, okay.
And they were. Oh, that's foolish. Wait, sorry. We gave you our names. Oh, it's like if they do Dozki's. Of course, we gave you our names.
I am the
I
chosen
do
one.
believe we've resolved that we will travel with you.
If you want to travel with us, of course.
Up north.
Yes.
Yes, to Kogakura. You said you were heading there, correct?
Yeah, I would. I appreciate it. Thank you.
If I may,
So
are you experienced in combat? You did say you were more of an investigator.
I am. I'm alright in combat.
Not that we. Ideally, we would hope there is a way to resolve what is going to happen without coming to blows. However, it seems a little unlikely.
I typically take more of a support stance in combat,
You'll fit in just fine.
but I can heal you all if you take damage.
You'll fit in just fine.
this party has all
Just-
healers.
Just what we needed. That's not true. Oh, I can't say that. Wizz has constantly been regenerating his own health every
I was gonna
combat,
say,
so
Wizz
he.
is a self healer, man.
At this
was
point,
up to
he is a
15 health
healer.
regenerated per turn.
At this point, he is his own healer.
He is his own.
So, I guess given that you're going to be traveling with us,
We
there's
have
some
a little
additional
more to
things I
share.
think you should know about Kogakura, since we didn't know you were heading there at first.
And about Mirabelle's plan, I think we should probably lay out a little bit more so you have a better understanding.
Yes.
What do you want to
There's-
know? What do you want to know about first, Kogakura or Mirabelle's plan?
I don't. I don't know. You have the context.
Let's
What's
start
the
with
logical flow?
Let's start with Mirabelle's plan, because then there will be probably some questions that will be answered when we talk about Kogakura.
Perfect.
We mentioned that along the coastline, one of the towns had signs of Mirabelle's experimentation. There was a set of cultists experimenting, causing danger to the towns on the coastline. Part of her experiment, I would call it, involved protecting one of the towns from that danger. She found a way to transport it to the astral plane. She uses anchors, I believe is the term she calls them. There are little motes of light. They'd almost look like stars. And it seems that the things inside of it get transported. We believe she was using that as a test on a smaller scale to see if she could do this to the Palace of Light. Transport the entire palace and the area around it to the astral plane.
We don't know the exact nature of what these anchors would need to be to do it on a scale such as that. That seems to be, at least in part, what she's working on up north, is creating those anchors or of some sort,
Or at least one
the
of them.
components necessary for that work to happen.
It also, she implied to us, I believe, if I'm not recalling incorrectly, that she needed something placed inside the palace itself. That was particularly why she tried to get our aid, was that she seemed to believe, just as we did, that we would eventually find ourselves within the palace, and so we could perhaps put whatever she needed inside the palace there.
Did she mention where in the palace?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
And
We
then
acquired a letter from her, I guess is a way to word it. I think that is. This is not the place I need to be looking for it. Sorry. We don't have that pen to do we? We certainly don't. Give me a scroll. There it is. It seemed as if she has 2 of the anchors already prepared. And the last one is why she's, like Peace said, is why she's going to Kogakura. Is to prepare it. Do you know something about the Palace of Light reaching a state of critical convergence?
No, it's just funny in context to what Side just messaged me about earlier.
No. What's that?
She implied that there was a timing to what she's trying to do, and she described it as 10 days before it reaches the Palace of Light reaches critical convergence.
Did Mirabelle Dorne happen to have some magic, I don't know, relic or item on their person?
She had a
I don't think we'd have any way of knowing that.
She had a strange marking on her.
But no item she carried.
Besides her robes, and those did not particularly seem magical, no.
I would again stress, though, that not that she showed us. Again, our interaction was brief, and we don't even know if it was with her.
Her notes did imply that the Radiant Eternal is aware of what she's doing, which does seem to be true given your investigation into this.
She's gonna look like she's kind of picking her words carefully. She somehow, through what I suspect, with some magical artifact, perhaps, been able to affect the Radiant Eternal as a whole.
That seems... affect how? Do you know? can you say? Is that a better question?
She's somehow been able to deceive some of our communications.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We typically have a good view of what's going on in the world and such, and she was able to block that capability. Not only block it, but falsify it.
Hmm.
Interesting.
And it was my suspicion that it was through some relic that she gained this capability. I don't think that a person themselves that isn't divine would be able to cast magics at that level.
But I mean, she does hold the moniker the Curator, so it would not surprise me if she has something in her possession that would enable her to do such a thing.
Certainly concerning if she's somehow able to affect the Palace of Light in such a way. And she's seeking out people to plant some item in the Palace of Light to remove us from this plane completely.
She implied that she had had contacts who had been to the palace before.
Is that
But I
so?
think also that they had been killed.
Or removed in whatever capacity that would entail. Perhaps it's why she feels you all are so dangerous, is because she has seen that you are capable of removing threats. Not that I think that is inherently an act of evil. There are plenty of reasons why an organization would not want somebody doing something that acts against them.
Have you guys ever been to Lake Splendor?
I don't
No.
believe so.
No, you haven't. It's at the base of the Palace of Light. No, none of you have been there.
I was just there yesterday.
Think the closest I've ever even been to the area is Dorlev, which is still quite far from.
Does the
Wise.
Palace of Light have a lot of gold in it?
We already talked about this, Wizz.
What
I'm gonna
about
come
Lake?
at it with fresh ears then.
What
don't
about
answer that question?
Answer this one. What about Lake Splendor? We might not.
My
have...
question's more important.
It was more of a thought. Just if you looked at your own reflection in the lake and you saw your person there and how you know yourself, but there's something clearly wrong about it, but you can't quite place your finger on what it is. And then for the water to shift and you're something completely different, that's what she was able to do.
Oh.
Her falsifications were such that it was nigh the truth.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, if she's able to do that to the Radiant Eternal, I question you. Who else is safe?
Let's let's talk about the last part of this. What was the term that the documents use? Soul binding. What was the terminology for it?
Soul fusion.
Soul
Soul
fusion?
Soul fusion. Yes. This aligns with or understanding of what's going on in Kogakura. We mentioned this emissary, the Exalted Emissary. His followers have been conducting rituals along the coastline. destroying towns in the process. It seems the followers in Kogakura, are attempting one on a much grander scale. From what we've heard,
Perhaps I should explain a bit of this, Malek.
why don't I get through the base of it, and if you want to...
There's Kogakura, you know it's a ruin now, right?
Yes.
It wasn't always that way. And you believe in the past there was a man who had organized, for lack of a better word, a cult around his purposes. Those purposes being to, through the work of some kind of ritual, fuse souls into a vessel capable of defying either the nine or the gods or the nature of the world itself. I don't know what his true end goal was with what he was working. What I do know is this. He had attempted it unsuccessfully 12 times. And then there was an attempt that, for reasons I don't know, reduced his to a crater and sent, I don't know, he either doesn't exist or he's lost or he died in the explosion. It's very unclear what happened to him himself, but what remained was his devout, and they've been putting the pieces together. And what Malek was telling you about was what they've been doing in recent history, which is working up along the coast to try and replicate his results, but based off of what Mirabelle has told us, replicate them with some kind of twist on the intention of the magic or the way it's conducted. She believes she's perfected the ritual in a way he hadn't, or at least in a way that serves her purpose for what we were discussing earlier towards the Palace of Light.
So
We, and yes,
this, you can finish your story. I have a question about the intention of this soul fusion.
okay. There's not a lot more to tell, just matters that are a little bit more personal, which is, and at this point, Peace, when you met her, she would have been covered in a rather bulky cloak, with a face mask. That would not have completely disguised the fact that there is a glowing scar in the center of her forehead, dividing pale skin from blue skin. At this point, I think Peace is going to take her robe that conceals her body and take it off, and you'll see an amalgamation of these scars across her arms, her torso, um, separated into three distinct categories of skin, which is a pale skin, a darker skin, and a blue skin, with pulsing energy flowing between it. And I'll say, I was the emissary's 13 attempt at this soul fusion. And the reason our group in particular is heading up north is on my request to try and find some answers about my past. To the best that we know right now, I was fused with two other people that I knew, two of my friends from childhood, and we believe that they're going to attempt to fuse a new three children up north. We're trying to stop that, and I hope with you as an ally, we can get there and hopefully make the difference that we want to make. But with, I mean, with this said, all of our cards are on the table as to why we're heading up north.
I'm sorry this happened to you. Perhaps I didn't catch it, but the intention of this soul fusion is to fuel something?
It seems to be to create a new entity, a vessel, a person. And Mirabelle plans to use that person perhaps as the anchor. At least that's what her notes kind of entail, the idea that creating an anchor that allows for it to move around is something she desires, and that the anchor... She writes about it needing to be willing. And so perhaps a freshly created being is very easily malleable in her mind to what she needs.
Wouldn't
There's I don't know what changes they've made on the ritual, but there's specific conditioning that me and my friends went through. There's specific mindsets and beliefs they want us to hold about each other and the world. I think the victims of this ritual, their intention of the ritual is just as important as the ones conducting it. And they need the mind of their subjects to be in line with the result they want the ritual to be in. I think probably somewhere in that is where the ritual with myself ended up as a failure, at least in terms of what their grand schemes are, is probably myself, Tempest, or Malice, they were my friends. We didn't have the right mentality, or who knows really what went wrong, but there's something about the subjects that they're going to have a curated experience or belief for those children so that they can enact upon, whatever Mirabelle plans for them.
For what it's worth, there's still a lot of unknowns we don't know. I would even argue that, at least to me, from how she talked, it doesn't necessarily sound like Mirabelle and these followers of the emissary are even directly working with each other. It could just be she plans to swoop in and take the vessel once the ritual is complete. Unless you found something, piece that directly connects them, I haven't seen anything that proves she's affiliated directly.
I've had the same thought. I don't think there's any real evidence that they're affiliated, and I've wondered the exact same thing.
I have a question coming from a place of ignorance on the subject matter. Why would she prefer the souls of children versus the souls of more powerful beings?
Don't know.
Perhaps it is... it's a wager, a guess. Perhaps more powerful beings require more time and more power to interfere with the souls of children.
Or perhaps they've already crystallized an identity. To be honest, I don't know the innermost workings of this ritual. I was young when it happened. It's been many years since then. And what I was allowed to know was what I was supposed to know. And what I've learned in the past few months is that I didn't know a whole lot. And much was kept from me. So I don't know that we have much more insight to give you on what this ritual really is.
Besides the fact that it seems like it is going to happen. Whether or not they have that delirium crystal that these two seem to think was a necessary component, it seems that whether they have it or not, it's going to happen. It's a lot. Sorry about that.
No, I wish I had this information when I was sending my messages back home.
Well,
You know why we would be hesitant to tell you these things.
No, I understand your caution.
I mean, you only
Things
have
are
so many words in a sending. Perhaps the second,
Yeah,
perhaps the second
I
one
s-
tomorrow will get this point across.
I somehow feel like this may have been the more important setting.
Are you unable to just do another one tomorrow?
I am.
Then it was just simply a matter of how much time they have the information for, which I understand. Let's get these two buried and let's get on our way. Time is of the essence.
I thought about your offer.
Oh.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I believe I will take. It is a new challenge, an opportunity. Face.
I'm happy to hear it. I'll send word their way that you're gonna be in that direction then. I'm
Very
sure
well.
you'll love Dorne. It's really nice.
It has to be better than this coastline.
It's so pretty.
Oh my
It's
god.
just gotta be better than this coastline.
I think at this point anything is better than this coastline. Natobi might be better than this
Dude.
coastline, and that city's
Oh my
gone.
Yo, it's
I've been walking
That's
along the
fucked up.
beach for 3 months, motherfuckers.
Natobi is now a beautiful crater with water flowing into it.
Yeah.
This place is just death and fucking famine.
And don't get me started on
misery.
the plains. Well, yeah, let's get this cleaned up and let's go. I'm gonna slip the lockbox to Wizz. Think you can
Hell
get,
yeah.
think you can get that open in the meantime?
Yeah. Is it trapped?
Give me an investigation check.
Does a trap stand the chance against you?
Wow, that's a low blow, Malek. That's a fucking low blow.
Absolutely is.
He's the king of traps.
He's got this. See, easy. It's not trapped.
6, not trapped.
All right, we're opening it.
Even if it was.
Right. Give me a sleight of hand.
Do you have thieves' tools? Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
I'm proficient in crime.
Fair enough.
14.
He really,
You kind of.
he really is.
I am proficient in thieves tools, so it gets a +4.
I guess +4. Okay. So
I mean,
18.
hey.
Yeah, so you
I
weasel
mean,
your way
I
in,
can give you
and
guidance too.
normally you'd use your fingers for this, but you haven't actually picked a lock since you know became a
Bro,
gnome.
what the fuck is this?
And now they're all nubby, and you can't really. So you just kind of. How should I? You go. Oh, I know. You pull out your thieves' tools and you. Click, and you manage to knock the thing open, and inside
open it up.
you see a 6-sided die.
Uh-oh.
I got. I grab it.
Yeah, you grab it. Okay, put it in your inventory.
Something tells me that doesn't bode well for us.
No.
You have obtained a charlatan's die.
Oh, this is perfect for him. This is fine. There's nothing wrong with
Whenever
this
you
at
roll
all.
this 6-sided die, you can control which number it rolls. You just,
Does it
think of the
require
number.
attunement?
You just think of the number,
Oh, it
and
does
then
require attunement.
it rolls that number.
What are you attuned to?
Oh,
What are you worried about?
what am I attuned to?
You
Nothing.
are attuned to one thing.
I
And
would
you
say there's no way you have 3 slots taken up.
It's 4. We have 4.
It's 4. Yeah, it's 4.
Oh, this is mine.
Of course it
I
is.
put it in my pocket.
Yeah. You put it in
You
your
would
pocket.
need something like that.
Fuck. This is
Um,
great.
as-
Anything else you got?
That's all that's in the box.
What
Nothing
a
hidden in the box?
what a-
Fucking...
what a
No,
weird
you tap around and everything. Nothing.
What
It's
a
a pretty small
weird,
box.
what a weird thing to be in this box.
Why is this in the fucking box?
I think they were cheaters.
Well, yeah, Captain Obvious, but like, why?
Well, you asked why it was in there. And I told you why.
I will also note that when you pick the lock, you can tell the lock has not been opened in quite some time. And that leads you to believe that, in fact, I would say that you'd be able to tell in picking the lock, it feels like a key was used and didn't actually open it.
Maybe they didn't know.
What do you mean?
Like there was a key for it, but it didn't work.
That's the impression you get.
Another mystery that we won't solve.
Because we have to head north.
I run through.
My name's Toby.
Though it's weird, and I don't know if it's appropriate for this situation, given that they were followers of the Radiant Eternal. While we bury them, I will still do my passing song.
Yeah.
That I typically play when we run into people who have died, which
I think
is happening too often.
I'll offer up my usual prayer as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, you all resolve that. The body's buried, lockbox opened, and cart loaded up. You head north. Away you go. Dozki, assume you're heading with them north?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you all head north and continue on your road up to Yamazake. Takes another, let's see, about half a day or so from where you stopped before you get there. And again, you see pretty small town, buildings kind of placed here there. You see a single individual kind of standing out in the not in the road, but like off to the side of the road, seemingly like waving to like welcome you in. Seems like she has seen you coming from quite a bit away. You can see her kind of like holding a lantern now as the sun's starting to set, but it hasn't quite gotten dark yet. It seems like she's just prepared. She didn't know, what time of day you would all be getting in from where she could see you. Probably early 20s. Definitely wearing like priestess clothing. And as you kind of come in, she goes, "Greetings. Not where we get travelers coming into town from the south side. Is there anything I can do for you all?"
If there's a place that we could potentially stay for the night, we are mainly passing through.
Yes, of course. I can lead you over to the inn. Dozki is the innkeeper there. He can help you out. Lovely man. I hope you all have a blessed night then. And she kind of. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I will say I'm a little surprised. We were kind of given the impression that it would not be very welcoming up here.
Oh, well, I mean, there's a reason why I'm standing out here, so that anyone coming in wouldn't get the wrong impression. We're not blind to the rumors and everything, so it's just been a recent happening.
Insight chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't trust this.
Wahg the skeptic.
Wahg.
I mean, hey, I'm right there.
That's what they
I'm
call
right
him.
there with him.
Well-known skeptic.
Skeptic all the way.
30 million.
30 million, really?
Deception check.
14, you mean? With a 14, she seems earnest in her care. It seems like she's doing a genuine effort to try to dispel the rumors about the unfriendliness and everything. I will say she seems to be a little quick to jump on your guys' like, oh, just passing through. Like, she doesn't even share her name yet, which is kind of weird for a priestess to just not introduce herself.
So basically, I don't trust her.
Yeah, basically this place fucking sucks. Let's move on.
So what are you doing with this information?
Nah.
What am I doing with this information? You see. How about a game of dice, priest lady?
Oh my
Sorry, I don't play dice. I'm not
Who
into
does?
gambling.
Who gambles around here?
I'm sure the innkeeper would be interested if he's not busy.
Noted.
Okay, boss.
What's your name? Hey, the leader's talking here. Malik.
My name is
Stand down.
Akiko.
That's an,
What? Malik, take over. Take over.
that's an
What was the name?
interesting. That's an interesting book you have there.
Oh, yes, there's a bit of reading to pass the time.
What is it?
Something that was left behind by one of the adventures that came through quite a while ago, maybe 5-6 months ago or so.
I'm
Just-
quite an avid reader myself. I'd like to. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Oh, well, perhaps after I finished reading it, then I wouldn't mind sharing.
Oh, just to get the name.
To the name of the adventure or the book?
The book.
I'm sorry.
Just a quick scan.
Can I get the name of the
well, it
adventure?
doesn't really have a name. It's just a journal of adventures and such. So,
Yeah,
although
is the
if I
name
had
of
to,
the-
if I had to assign it a name, I suppose I would call it Yome. It's the name of the adventure who wrote it.
Have I heard that name before?
Yome?
Yeah. I assume the answer's no. Oh yeah, I'm just checking. You never know.
Random name.
Yeah.
How long ago
I
since they came through?
Like I said, probably 5-6 months or so.
Headed north?
No, I believe they headed west across the plains.
What? I don't say.
They were interesting. There's a reason why I've read their adventures. You don't often find tales being told about the people who just travel on the roads.
Out of curiosity, what's the temple here to?
Not anything in particular, just good faith. It's not dedicated to anyone. I'm not a priestess in service to any god or anything.
I don't.
What?
I never do this.
Can I?
I never do this.
Dude.
But insight on that?
Sure, go ahead.
Me too, please. That's a wild thing to say.
Yeah, it's as good as it always is for me.
All right.
12.
I'm
Okay.
rolling now. Ugh,
Terrible.
13. Yeah.
13. Okay. Yeah, you're getting the impression she ran out of a cover. Like she definitely just couldn't come up with a name that she could accurately defend, so she just didn't give one.
There's like so many problems with everything she just said. Can we?
I don't trust this town.
Can we?
I think if we sleep here, we're gonna get bungled.
Why is every other tavern owner we come across a liar?
She's not
on like critical degrees.
Well, she's not a tavern owner. She's just a priestess.
Whatever.
The priestess of a liar?
No, that's an instrument.
Mm-mm.
Do you know how much they charge at the tavern for a night's stay?
It'd just be 8 copper a night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, is this high-end living or
I
what?
was gonna say that might be
Yeah, it's a little...
that might be too far out of our reach. Perhaps we'll just pass
Let me
through
go
for the
talk to
night.
this innkeeper.
No, I think
Well,
we're better off just passing
there's-
through.
They would charge less, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of business that comes up here.
Yes, we're quite capable. We might have to
Quite the
take
shame.
our chances on the road tonight. I think we'll be fine though. But thank you for your hospitality.
Of course. If there's nothing else I can help with, I suppose I'll let you all make your way to the tavern then. She's just been walking this whole time and guiding you. It's right here.
Above board. I love that answer you just gave.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going in.
No.
No,
I grabbed
I
your
gotta
shoe.
talk to this guy.
No, you don't.
these guys are fucking evil.
Get your hand off my cloak.
I grabbed you by the face. No.
No. Wait, I just want to talk to him.
Why?
Because I think I could garner some information that might be useful.
So you're going in to talk to the tavern keeper, the innkeeper?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will
So-
stand watch at the door.
Okay. So
I
Wizz,
have
you
shatter prepped at my feet, by the way, in case I get spooked.
so you step inside the tavern.
Straight, I just point the gun at the floor as I walk in.
As you step inside, you see a single man kind of hunched over the bar like this. He's just kind of looks like he's just picking at like a plate of food at this point. He kind of sees the door open and sees you walking. He goes, "Oh, good. Please tell me you're a patron."
I could be, if the services are right.
What do you need?
Services.
Yes, like what services?
Tell me who you are first.
My name's Dozki.
Interesting. That's not what I heard earlier.
Guys,
I'm not sure who lied to you then.
I get up to the bar, I sit down. What you eating?
Fries.
Ooh. Are they waffle cut or are they crinkled?
I'm not that fancy. They're just straight cut fries.
Alright, I'll get some.
You know how expensive waffle blades are?
So what's going on around this town?
Not a lot. Are you here about the missing kids?
How long did they go missing?
Probably a little less than a month ago.
Your kid?
No, didn't have any kids. Not that lucky.
You're infertile.
No, I just haven't met. I just didn't meet someone. What?
I'm in the doorway.
Yeah, he's gonna look over at you, Malik.
Can I, like-
He's gonna look. He's
can I
gonna look over at you, Malik.
can
and
I
go,
like walk up behind Wizz and like knock him in the back of the head?
Anyway.
What
I wanted to
wild
play
thing to
some
say to
dice.
someone.
I wanted to play some dice.
You want to play dice?
You're a gambler?
Yeah.
Let's play.
All right. What are we playing? Just rolling a die and see who gets the higher number. Like what?
Do you have a
everybody-
dice on you? Do you have a dice on you?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Oh, well, I have one.
I just said I do.
I have one
But I mean,
right
if you
here.
want to use your die, we can use your die. You're the guy. Whatever will get you to stay in a room tonight.
Place the die down. You can roll first.
What are you rolling
All right.
for?
Oh, right. We're rolling for.
Is this
What's your
first
favorite
time?
number? What's your favorite
What?
number? Just
5.
5. All right, we're gonna roll and see who gets a 5.
All right. He picks up the die. He rolls it. He gets a 1. Your turn, I guess.
All right.
Do I go again, or?
No, I'll go. And I'll roll it, and I'll pick the number 1.
Pick the number 1.
Mhm.
Okay, so you roll a 1.
Cat?
Oh, I'm
Because I
lucky.
can't hustle with the first roll. So hold on.
He'll pick up the die. He'll roll it again.
I hope it's a 5.
He gets a 5. Oh, do you get a chance to tie, or do I just win?
Oh, fuck this. Never mind.
Oh,
Did
okay.
I
I mean, we didn't really bet anything, but it was fun. I guess.
I'm gonna walk in like from the doorway, and I'm gonna just motion to everyone in the cart of like, just give me a minute. I'm gonna come up by Wizz. Sorry about my friend here. He's an addicted gambler.
All right.
Can I ask you to be frank with me?
Sure.
That we met a priestess at the entryway of the town.
She's still here?
Who is she? She's very clearly not a priestess.
Yeah. Akiko. I
Yeah.
think her name is. Yeah, she came from somewhere north. Maybe a few months ago or something. She took up residence in the church for a little bit of time, but we'd offered to have her other places to stay, but she couldn't pay, and she kept refusing any favors. I don't even know where she lives at now. She doesn't stay in the church anymore. I mean, nobody uses it. I mean, a town like this, good luck getting people to believe in any help coming or anything. Church used to be to Lyra, but again, it's been out of service for probably better half of a year now. There's a few local people here. They pretty much keep to themselves. The children disappearing has kind of separated this town a lot. Not a lot of us talk to each other or anything. I don't get a lot of business. But if Akiko's still around, I'm not sure where she's at.
What can you tell me about these kids who've gone missing?
Yeah, so there's a person that came down not too long ago who I mean, I had told him it seemed a little off. Apparently some other people trusted him. Not sure. It went by the name Gnome. Last I heard, there was 8 of them. They went with him. People said, again, not my kid. I mean, I care for the kids, but I mean, I was, back when this happened, I actually had patrons. I wasn't watching them the whole time.
You don't have to justify why kids went missing to me. I'm not blaming you.
But yeah, I just feel bad for the parents and the families. But
it's not.
They said that he'd be back in a week. There was a couple of them that had like some small problems and sickness. He came across as a cleric type that could maybe do some healing or whatever, but said they needed to go. I mean, it's been 3 weeks now.
I'll pull out. What's my makeup? I will give him. I'll put 6 silver on the counter for him. I'm sorry. We're not gonna be able to stay the night. But I appreciate the information, and I do hope things are gonna start turning around for you. And I kind of tap Wizz on the shoulder. We need to go.
Made that a 5, by the way. And I walk out.
Is she
What?
when we get out? Yeah, when we get
I
out,
wanted to leave
is
5 silver on
is
the bar.
Akiko still
Okay.
there by our cart?
No, Akiko's. The moment that she directed you, she walked off elsewhere. when you guys stopped.
As I bring Wizz back to the cart, I look at Peace. Do you know the name Yome?
I don't think so. Doesn't mean anything to me, but
I certainly don't
if
think
it's of any...
she certainly seems to have been affiliated with where we're going, as did this Yome character. I do not think we should stay here.
Do we see which direction she left in?
Yeah, I mean, you guys remember seeing her basically walk off down the road in the middle of town. I would say for those of you who stayed outside, you would have seen her like at the start heading toward the church and then take a left and then continue just walking off. And it would have struck you as a little weird, but you were predisposed a little bit with the moment with like getting the horses tied down and making sure the cart was stable and seeing if anybody else was outside, which they aren't. You can see a couple house lights on, like fireplaces on, like hearths and stuff like that from chimneys. But
Well, it's probably best we get moving.
you also at this point would notice that Aveline is also not here.
Oh, I was literally about to ask her thoughts on this situation. We should find her.
That's the loose end I would prefer not to have no idea where they are.
For someone who's not a fighter, what a fun thing for them to do. Disappear.
Would have appreciated a little bit more transparency.
So I guess we'll head in the direction of the church first, since that's in the way they went.
Yeah. So you guys head over to the church. And by the time that you get over to the church, you start investigating. And pretty much as Dozki said, you can tell there's like faint remnants of like what seems to be iconography related to Lyra, musical instruments and various things. You can even see like a kind of what probably was the placement of like an organ or some like grand instrument in this, but the church itself is run down and clearly not in use. Hasn't been in use for a while. The pews are made of wood and they've started to kind of rot away from just not being cared for in any way. There's occasional spots where like the stone flooring is like cracked in certain places. And you would see, I would say with all of you there, you would see a spot where it seems like rations are kind of stuffed away. Just enough out of sight that people passing by outside wouldn't see them, but now that you've gone inside, you'd find them relatively easily. And about the time you find these rations, you see Aveline coming back.
Any luck at the tavern?
Just some information about some missing kids and that, or priestess is most certainly affiliated with where we're going. What did you follow up on yourself?
I tracked her to, I think, where either to where I think the kids might be.
They've been gone for 3 weeks and you don't think they've taken them up to Kogakura?
Well, I can show you, but there's a stone in the ground. It's either a teleport or it leads to something else that'll bring us there.
And you think it's what? Well, we should investigate it, but using it seems unwise. That will literally take us into the den.
That's where she went.
Let's do it.
Point. I'm down to follow you, but can we establish something going forward, which is please don't disappear without telling us where you're going.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't listen to him or her. Sorry.
I'm used to working alone. That's on me.
You picked up quite quickly that was not someone we should trust. Not that I think we had any predisposition to trust. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
If it's any consolation, I wouldn't have done anything without all of you. but I understand.
That is hard to believe when I would argue following her without us is doing something without us.
Sure, but
I get what you mean, though. Not taking any... Look at that as a soft action. You wouldn't take a hard one without us.
yeah.
As we set off to follow her to where this is, Malik just under his breath goes... is just muttering... Nobody tells stories about travel? What is the dumbest person I've ever seen?
By the way, I'm gonna get you a list of the names of the kids because he would have told you them.
Oh, thank you
but
so much.
I didn't have them on hand, and also I figured it'd be better if I just posted them. So there you go.
Thank you.
I'll also look,
8 kids?
I'll look to Peace and I'll go, so we're up to 12? Oh no. Okay, we're not, because
You're
one of the
talking
Tomo's a repeat, right?
Yep.
We know of Tomo.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, wait, this is a puzzle. He's giving this to us as a puzzle.
It's a puzzle.
Because we had originally
You're
heard
talking about those times this ritual related?
we had originally heard 3 names. Well, we'd originally heard 3 kids, and then we heard about Tomo, so I was counting that as 4 different kids. And then we got 8, so I had assumed 12. This probably just means the number is 8 at least. And maybe, well, no, because we know the 3 that Violence mentioned, she said they've had for years, right? Or at least a year.
Correct.
So they have to be different from these 8. So it's at least 11.
I don't see why it wouldn't
right?
be. Yeah. No, it's bad news all around. Bad news. You know, there's no saying that they decided the perfect number was 3 this time around.
Or maybe they weren't having any success with 3 and they kept getting more.
Or perhaps there's reason to have more than one anchor. There's several reasons they could want more children.
I don't like that sentence. Let's keep moving.
All right. So, Aveline, you're taking them to the stone that you found?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So she leads you about 10 minutes outside of town before you arrive to about as inconspicuous of an area as you could find. It is just open grassland, and there's just a spot where like a 3 by 3 foot stone is embedded into the ground. There is nothing on it, but you all follow. The tracks lead directly to it, and you don't see them go anywhere else. Dozki, you would know that it doesn't really matter if the stone is marked on top. The engraving for whatever is doing the magic could be on the bottom. It's like a pretty common practice.
So, what do we want to do? Do we want to wait here until someone comes through and ask some questions, or are we going in guns blazing?
Well, I'll turn to Aveline and say, what was your expectation?
Well, you are all, as a group, the resident experts on this matter. Do you think approaching all of us at once is going to lead to success?
Are you... Sorry,
I don't like taking their entrance.
Was your implication there that you think we should send one person?
No, my implication was just to ask. No implications, just there's a stone, that's how they got there. No idea what's on the other end. Though there is a good chance she may or may not have mentioned that we were in town. So we are on a bit of a timetable if so.
Hey, Wizz. There is one
Yeah.
option.
Me go in?
No. Schmitz.
Infiltrate? I'm not gonna do that to Schmiz again.
Now you have boundaries with Schmitz.
All right, fine. I summon Schmiz. Schmiz, before you say anything, I put my finger on his lips.
Don't fucking do that to me. Don't shush me. What do
They
you
made
want?
me summon you. They made me summon you. Force my hand.
Oh, so you give
because
it
they
peer
want-
pressure now. You
Well-
little go with the group kind of. I thought you were the leader.
Okay, fine. Let's. Okay,
I thought you
let's
were
do
the
what they want to do
leader.
then. Go touch that rock.
You think I'm scared of a rock?
Yeah, I think you are.
He flies over and just lands on it. You see him disappear in a cloud of pink smoke.
That's telepathy.
All right, what
You still
now?
there? What do you see?
It's fucking cold here. I'm right next to the ocean.
It's a cold ocean. Let me see
Can
in
I
your
call-
eyes, and I fucking. Ooh.
Yeah, so you take over and yeah, he is staring out at open ocean. There is an ocean breeze coming from the north. And as you kind of like turn and look, you see a giant cliffside to his south.
See any kids
and
here, you sick fuck?
on the cliffside, you see a very small, well, from your distance, a hole. You'd probably guess it's maybe like a good distance away, maybe like a couple, like a mile or two. In the cliffside, you can see like what looks like torchlight illuminating the entrance, but you can't tell how far in it goes. It's a pretty sizable hole. You'd probably guess maybe 15 by 15 feet. Just in the side of this cliff face.
Is he still on a rock? Like if I look down?
He's just standing on grass.
Wait, how the fuck do you get back?
You sent me here and you don't know how to. Man. Oh.
Yeah,
I'm so
what?
annoyed.
Say-
I'm so annoyed.
Say it.
I'm
Say
so
what-
annoyed
Say
at
what you want to say.
Next time you
Go ahead.
summon me, I'm not coming.
Lay your fucking feel. You can't. You can't do that. By the way. You
Can
can't
you just
refuse.
dismiss me? Can you dismiss me now? Can you just dismiss me?
Will it make you happy?
It's freezing.
Why did you bring clothes?
You didn't tell me to. You didn't summon me
You just-
with any. You don't have
I
any
didn't-
for me. You think I have my own
Who
clothes?
just appears naked? You're so weird.
Who just plucks me from whatever I'm doing in my house to come and check out a stone?
What were you doing?
I was baking some cookies for myself.
Oh shit, those things are burnt. I send it back.
Yeah, he disappears.
That was
Damn.
quick.
Well,
Any
what do you
luck?
think, Wizz?
We should just go. We should
Okay.
just.
Okay, you have
There's-
to give us more than that.
It's a rock, and if you hit it, you go to a place, and there's a way back. So you just go.
What?
What?
Those
Why?
words.
Why would you say there's a way back, unprompted?
And there's a way back, so we just go.
Was there anyone there?
No, I saw a cliff with torchlight, and it's a beach, a very warm beach.
So an exposed position.
Some would say that. I would call
Well-
it a beach.
Time might be of the essence.
Wizz, seriously.
Yep.
Should we take it?
That's not a
Yeah.
question to ask him. Give me
I'm
where?
already gone.
Where?
I'm
Hold
outta
on.
here.
Hold on. Grab you by the face
Get your
again.
hands off
I grabbed you by the face again.
Get your fucking hands-
Where? What was it? Okay, where were you looking over? From where?
I was looking. Did you not remember the whole beach part?
Yes. Okay. I'm trying to get a feel of where you might be directionally of where this sends us. Because I assume
Well,
it.
there's a way back, so just go ahead.
Yeah, that's why
And if you
Schmiz
don't
came back,
know-
huh?
Well, Schmiz went to his other realm. He's baking cookies.
I'm gonna turn to the horses on the cart.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use speak with animal. Head back to the tavern. We'll be back. Just stay safe.
All right. And they trot off.
They're real ones.
They'll be fine. Nothing bad's ever happened to horses you leave alone.
All right.
Oh, this is such a bad idea, but
All right, take a step on it.
I'll go ahead and I'll say, well, let's go for it, and I'm gonna go take it.
Yeah. So you step on it, Peace, and in an instant, you are transported to a place that you've never really seen. But man, that air, familiar air. As you arrive, your feet landing on grass, maybe just a couple feet from this very, very short beach, maybe like 3 feet of sand before it hits cold water. You kind of turn, and sure enough, there's a tunnel off in the distance, maybe like a mile and a half away. You can see the torchlight. The rest of the coastline a bit foggy, but it's there, and you can see the town, the skyline of Kogakura just above those cliffs. You know exactly where you are, and you know exactly what lies in that tunnel.
Well, Father, I'm home.
And with that, we will end the session for this week.
man, Marcus, ain't it great you're not going to be here next session? What are we doing about this? Are we playing without you?
We don't have Vinny either.
The 23rd?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be 2 of us?
We don't have Vinny either. He's on vacay.
We can't do that.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm on vacation right now.
I think we're gonna have to just pass on the 23rd.
3
Damn.
weeks of
Brutal.
no D&D.
We're gonna have to do 3 weeks of
Can we
no
do-
D&D, leaving off right there.
Can we do the 16th
see.
and not play until like the 14th?
Can
Was
we
that
do the
better?
16th and then not play till the 14th?
I pitched this,
7th?
right? And
Oh wait, the 14th is fucking brutal for me.
Well, the 7th is what we have normally.
Oh, the
planned.
7th. That's what I meant. The 7th.
Okay, okay. I was about to say like, because I'm hosting. I'm hosting. What is it, Wheeler to come?
I mean,
hang
if
out
the
with me.
16th is possible,
What was-
but
what
doesn't
was
that
the-
override with Dylan's session?
what was the problem with this that we didn't want to do? No,
Is it-
no, there
is it-
wasn't one. No one responded to my pitch of this question.
Yeah.
I wanted to do my session,
But
but
can't
That's what I was
we?
to say, because
can't-
yours is every other Tuesday opposite mine.
So this was the problem, was that if we did this, Vinny wouldn't be there for the 23rd if we doubled up on yours, right? That was your issue?
yeah,
Was that he
Yeah.
would be gone the 23rd and then we would just, yeah. Do you
Yeah.
need Vinny next session?
yes. And the session after that, and the session after that.
And Vinny, you can't play on your vacay?
Yeah.
He's asleep.
He probably is.
No.
He's fucking
Good
asleep, which is
day.
half the problem.
So like he was only half gonna be there anyway next week.
Yeah.
I guess it's your call, Dylan. It's your session, but it impacts.
I mean, I want to play my session. I kind of like the routine I got going on here.
Yeah,
I mean, it
play
sucks that we
session.
missed the session, but
Yes.
Play your session.
people
man.
go on vacation. Don't go on fucking vacation. What do you guys want? Do you
People-
want to spend time with your families?
I'm on
Or do you want to
vacation
fucking play
right
D&D
now.
with...
Fuck
Should be
you.
a
Hey,
no-brainer.
what's up?
I'm
Uh, Sai, thanks for playing.
I saw.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
it
coming.
It sounds like we'll
Yeah.
maybe see you for the next one, because it's going to be a while.
When's the next one?
The next one, according to my calendar, since we're skipping the 23rd, next one is the 7th.
The 7th is so.
That's
my
like
God, that's
50-50
Okay.
if I
Gotcha.
exist by then.
Well, if you don't, that's no problem.
We'll just get
I can play it.
we'll get Haley in here and she can play her character. It'll be fine.
That's no problem. But
I
Play
can't
the
do
exact
that.
same
I can't
on
do that because
podcast.
she's playing in the campaign, so I can't do that. I have to outsource.
you don't mean out. That's no problem.
I don't
thank you.
want to. I don't want to lore dump everything I dump to Sai to another person. I'll probably just play Apple if she's.
well, I'll keep up my fingers crossed that you can make it.
What if I dial in, but like I don't play, I just listen, but I'm here, you know? Does that count?
Well,
Well, I feel like
that doesn't
next
fix
session's totally gonna be combat.
that
We're
doesn't
totally fucking
that
dying.
also doesn't fix Vinny still also not being here, right?
Fuck.
See, I'm still not understanding why you can't play on vacation because I'm literally
Yeah, I mean,
swimming in a pool right now on vacation.
I'll say this above board. Above board, I was treating this session as the session that Vinny's character leaves because he doesn't work, and then he's just like, "No, I'm sticking with him," and I'm like,
So what you're telling
Why?
what you're telling me is if he changes his mind about that
That we're good.
and Marcus phones
Yeah.
we could play
"Yeah."
the 16th.
Okay,
I'm fine
this
with
seems
that,
like this
yeah.
might need
The
to be
20.
workshopped.
Wait, the 16th or the 23rd?
Let's ask Vinny right
23rd,
now.
right?
Today.
I'm just like,
The 23rd, right? 'Cause
I
the
mean,
16th
we
is the
could
villains.
play
Yeah.
the alarm through the microphone
The
and try to wake
23rd.
him up.
The 23rd.
But yeah, we could play the 23rd if Vinny commits to. Which, by the way, I don't want to say I didn't blindside him with this. I told him all this before the session started. I said, "This is your goodbye session." Like,
just have him teleport when he goes on the rock somewhere else.
yeah, I mean, I'll just force it.
No,
He'll
don't
just
do-
like
don't
tap
do
up on the
that.
rock, and I'm like, "Yeah, you're sitting outside Lake Splendor now."
Don't do that.
Wait, where the Palace of Gold is? Seriously?
Yeah,
Like,
Dylan. Yeah. We
I gotta vote
Not
for
a
MVP.
cult,
we gotta
by the way.
vote for MVP.
What's up?
I gotta vote.
Not a cult.
Not
Not
a
a
cult at
cult.
all. I so
Not a
wanted
cult, not a
wanted to
cult.
do a role that was can I insight to see not like how cultish it felt, but how like zealot everything she was explaining felt. But I felt like I didn't need to. I felt like it got across to me anyway without the check.
Who still has to vote?
I
other
do.
than
I
Vinny?
do. I do.
Well, I wonder if
Oh,
asking the
I haven't voted. I haven't
Inquisitor
voted. Hang on, let me
about
go
the
back.
history versus somebody else.
The problem is, who else are we gonna ask? We haven't met
It's really
anybody
funny
who knows
'cause you guys-
anything.
the two people that you've heard information about the Palace of Light from is one person who's actively trying to get rid of it, and the other person who is literally a part of it. And you
Yeah.
haven't gotten any like third party viewpoint.
Well, if you guys
Yeah.
start heading south, you'll get more info. You don't want to head more north.
We can't physically go no more north. Unless we're
Why
gonna
do you have to live it?
unless we get a Donkey Kong wrap the screen and wind up in the
Yeah.
Beastlands, which is not
I
a
was
good
gonna
play
say-
either.
I literally said that last session. I was like, I hope like
There's
it's we
good
go far
things
enough
in the
north, it's like
Beastlands.
Pac-Man. We just go back to the bottom.
No,
Thomas. That's what you got
Hey,
planned, right?
I've watched their sessions.
Wait,
There's not good things in
still
the.
hasn't
I
voted?
don't know who I want to vote for. That's
I
crazy.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Definitely
Just
did.
pick someone. All right, you want lore or do you want
I think
my
this
fist
is.
up your ass?
I think
like,
this
pick
is-
something.
This is. I'm pretty sure my first solo lore, so I'm sorry. I'm taking it.
Why
Fair.
wouldn't you take lore here?
Fair.
Cause let me check notes. We have.
No, get out of here.
Oh,
Get-
we have 2
Take
inspo.
him
We're
out of here,
fine.
Payneless.
We have 2 inspo. We're
Get him out
fine.
of here, Payneless.
Alrighty, I'm taking him away.
Take him.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, hi there, Malik.
Well, hi there,
How's
God.
it going?
I'm pretty good right now. I bet it's gonna get bad soon.
What'd you think? What'd you think about it all? Any thoughts?
I think I want answers, and I'm not
You want
getting
answers? Well, what kind of answers you want?
any. Ugh. I mean, there are. I kind of got answers, just biased answers. I don't know. What do you got? What do you got for me? Don't make
What do
me.
I got?
Don't make me.
Okay.
I know you. I know you had something instead of asking me. Don't make me do that.
Let's see. Let's see.
You got
Um,
a folder titled "Lore for X Character." I'm sure you're.
I actually don't. I don't have a folder. I have one really fucking big document, but I don't have a folder. Let's see here.
Do I gotta choose
Well,
something?
since we're closing in on like the end of the prologue and everything, I'll give you a prologue related lore and a non-prologue related lore.
As in
How
I
about that?
choose, or as in I get both?
No, you get both. You get
Okay.
both. But it's like it's fun to give you the non-prolonged one because you don't know when it's gonna happen.
Because like, what am I
And you
gonna do
have
with
to-
it? Yeah.
And you gotta sit on it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the prologue lore is that let me find what are my exact words for this. Malik, because I assume you're probably going to step on the stone.
Oh yeah.
As Malik steps on the stone, and you teleport across, you arrive in the same spot. I'm not sending you elsewhere.
Oh, thank God.
But as you arrive there, you feel like a slight omen come about. Because as you arrive looking out toward the ocean, as pretty much everyone else did, as you probably find out relatively soon if you asked. But as you're looking out in the ocean, you see what you would describe as somebody who's spent some time traveling, whether you'd like to or not. You got used to paying attention to some of the things that affect travel. It's not something that like necessarily you picked up on your own. You've heard people talk about it, stuff like that. You picked up on like little tricks and stuff like that of things to identify. And you look out in the ocean and you see a growing storm, and it's coming for this coastline. And it's not like a hurricane or anything. Like it's just going to be a lot of rain. But to you, it strikes you as an omen of what is about to happen here is going to be anything but good. And it's not that that's surprising to you, but it strikes you in a way that it's not going to be good in a sense that this is going to be something that is going to go well beyond your group. And this may be what you are going to witness in here may just be the thing that Mirabelle was referring to when she talked about this convergence, this palette of light reaching a critical state. This might be the thing that pushes it there. And you, and only you and your group, may become keenly aware of something that will be necessary info in preventing major collapse. Now, onto the post-prologue lore. As you look out at the same storm, yeah, it's related to the same fucking omen. I did this. As you look out to this storm, the lightning in the storm almost strikes in a way that in the clouds, you see a face of an individual in pain and agony, but a face nonetheless. And it harkens you back to a story that you heard that I mean, this is like it was always outlandish to you, but based on everything you've just heard in this past day, especially so, this soul fusion thing and these individuals at the Palace of Light who seem to, be so much higher, like on a different. It's like they live in a different world compared to you all, and this. References to this bonds of memory thing in this random abandoned, now abandoned, but ransacked chateau, it harkens you back to a story about an individual who sought to achieve divinity. And it was more of an abstract story. It was talking about, you always took it as like a metaphor for, overcoming great challenges and, seeking to find your path and exploring your destiny and all this. But now some of the details are starting to stand out. Well, they said it in the story. It mentions how the person became more than mortal. There's some aspect of them, and you're thinking, and you're like, well, I mean, if you have multiple souls in you, that would technically make you more than a mortal. I don't know if that would necessarily make you immortal, but immortal just has one soul. So if you have more than one soul, you're not immortal. And then you remember the story talking about how the person, as soon as they became, went further than being mortal, the environment seemed to react to them. In this story, they merely merged with the grasslands, and they were talked about as if they were the voice on the wind, kind of. And then you like, oh, maybe it's, maybe that's just their explanation. You later learn that a lot of people attribute that to Lyra and all that, and so you kind of dismissed it. But now you see the storm coming, and you're thinking, is the fable actually real? Is somebody going to, without a better word, ascend? And that's what you get.
Yeah.
So I'll pop you back up.
Before we do that quick.
Yeah.
There was something that I kind of wanted to do at the start of the night before we left the town we were at the start of the session.
Okay.
But I was curious if I could try to do it here quick. Which is in the same vein of kind of what we talked about at the start of Malik being a spot where he really wants answers, but he doesn't feel like anyone we've really come across is giving him anything real. Like he's getting kind of worked around to a degree. I think he would, in a similar way that he tried after we fought violence. I think he wants to try to. He would have tried to have played a song and reached out with the intention of trying to reach something older, something similar to like the names that have been popping up, like Morvian.
Okay.
Like in an attempt to find something older that might actually not be afraid to give real answers about what is going on a grander scheme.
Gotcha. If you want to, can you give me a performance check?
Absolutely. Am I allowed to bardic it?
You can.
Wonderful. I'm just gonna roll it with the bardic there. 6.
What'd you get? 28. Yeah. I'll say I'll get back to you.
Yeah, that's fair.
This,
that's very fair.
But I'll leave you with the fact that you definitely get something.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't quite call it a response, but you get like an acknowledgement.
The feeling
like something notices
yeah.
you're there.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Back up
we'll
we go.
Pop back up.
Welcome back.
Oh,
hi.
no, it's fine. I think it's 2027. What's up, Sean?
How you doing?
Fuck.
I heard you were
what'd
making rolls.
Yeah, would you roll 28
Go for it.
performance check?
Would you believe me if I told you that's not tied to the lore? It's an entirely separate thing.
I don't believe you. Correct.
That cool. You can choose to do that.
All right. So.
Am I allowed to share? You didn't say I couldn't. So.
You sure can.
I've got some bad omens.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I get a very strong sense that we're about to see something happen here. That the knowledge we're gonna get is going to be incredibly important, and we're gonna be the only people who have it.
That's sick.
And that we might be about to see that convergence that Mirabelle was talking about.
Oh,
I don't like that.
I do not like that.
And
There's
also,
no way. Okay.
And also,
Yeah,
you're
that-
like, there's no way that's it. Yeah.
That's
Also,
why it took you 30 minutes.
in a much grander, like beyond the scope of now, I got the sense that what's happening around us and the things we're learning about makes me believe that the idea of ascending may not be so much like a fairy tale or a fable, and that it might be a very realistic thing that might even be happening.
Ascending or ascending?
Like, becoming more than mortal.
Okay, that's what I thought you meant.
Ascending.
But when you first said it, I heard ascending, and I was like,
Yeah, ascending. It might be ascending. A message is coming.
Okay. Solid lore.
So we're fine. Those aren't bad omens.
There's actively a storm on the coastline, yeah. No bad omens.
No bad omens. Perfectly
It's
fine.
coming right at us.
What,
That
you
was
think the
a
storm
fun session.
considers your feeling?
Yeah.
No. That was
Hopefully,
good.
Yeah.
hopefully it was enough to tie you over till the next one, which I'm going to
Whenever
plan
that is.
for being the 23rd. And I'll just
You're gonna
connect with
chat
Vinny and
with
be like,
Vinny.
"Hey man, like, why did you
Why did you change what you're doing?
And then fall asleep
and-
at the end of the session.
And if he does, if he does wanna stay, see if he can play on vacation, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Vinny
I mean,
really
I literally said you can use tonight to do the split where Dozki heads off, and he said, "Is it gonna be like an Irish goodbye, or am I gonna give my farewells?" And I said, "Probably have to give farewells."
And he chose
He-
not to do that.
He's like, nah, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah, and then he's like, "I think I'm gonna go with them," and I'm like,
why?"
"Why?"
He likes us too much.
I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We
loves us.
couldn't possibly know that because he never shows it, but he likes us too much.
Hmm.
Jake, did we get to know what that passive performance check's about? Like the check-in on our passive
No.
performance? No, you just.
Oh
left
yeah, I
it
never
all?
told you mine.
Yeah, it's
Do you
like.
need to
No,
know mine?
it's too late now.
Oh, you
I
missed it.
fucking want to be a part of it anyway. It's fine.
Nice.
You're like a
Good.
15, right?
Me? What is
Yeah.
a passive performance? Is it
Yeah.
just 10 plus your
Charisma.
performance?
Performance, yeah.
10
Yeah.
plus your performance.
14.
I'm unmatched.
Yeah.
You're a bard, bro.
Yes, and the other bard also doesn't
Shut
have me
your
beat or
bitch
matched.
ass up. What the fuck is wrong with them? First off, who the fuck is it? How do they not have a 19 performance?
Because he doesn't have a 20 in charisma, and he might not
He
have.
does have a 20.
Oh, then he doesn't. He hasn't put expertise into it.
Correct.
How do you have a 20 in charisma?
The fact that you don't is crazier. What did you take on your level up?
Fey touched.
Didn't your stat line have you at a 19 in charisma
Eh?
before the feat?
Dumb, bro?
I think you should have a 20.
Nah. Nah, you
I
can't
think-
be.
I think you're dumb, Sean.
Sai-
right here.
Sai, I'm curious. Better or worse experience with me and Dylan than last campaign?
We were talking shit about you. We were talking shit about you already. Don't worry. We're
Perfect.
talking mad shit.
Perfect.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Do you like this group better or worse than the guys?
It's just different. But like I was telling them, last campaign I was there to kill you.
And you haven't
So
decided
I
that
had-
yet.
I had a different approach to the party.
And you didn't do that, by the way.
Well, things came up.
Things came up.
In fact, I would argue you
What
did the
even-
opposite of that.
Why? I can't even remember why I didn't kill them.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Was it because I tied myself in with Fade?
Dude,
Oh, I didn't care
Dylan,
about that.
what
Yeah.
did you do?
You wanna see?
He didn't. He
you
didn't. He
forgot.
didn't apply the ability score bonus from the feat.
No,
No.
he did. He did. It's in charisma even.
Oh, you
Yeah,
never did your base ability score bonus.
Correct.
And you know what's crazy? How didn't
Dude,
you
this
do
guy,
this?
This guy's a DM, by the way.
Did this?
Wait, he
Did
he
this?
didn't do it from the original.
No. Did this get undone when you changed to a gnome?
Maybe it did.
It shouldn't because it should be tied to your background, but
Well, I'm gonna fix it.
why
right
is
now.
it
Check
why
this
is it
out.
on this page?
It's on the. I don't know.
Is it not normally on the background page?
They moved it to this
They
page.
moved
I
it to
think.
this page.
Should I do?
If you take, I think it's if you
probably
take specific
deck.
backgrounds, then it moves it
I'm
to
gonna
this
do-
page.
I'm gonna do
If you
dexterity
don't do a
on my
background
own.
that does it,
And Dylan, do you know how I know this is fucked up? Because I went and looked at your. I think it did get undone because I looked at your stat sheet and your overall base stats went down when I looked at your level up.
all right. I'm gonna
Payless, my
I'm gonna
passive
re-import
performance
you.
is 15 now.
I'm gonna re-import you now. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, re-import me too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Why? What
Yeah,
did you
because
do?
there was also a cantrip I forgot that, or like some like stuff.
Nice.
I
Oh my
looked
God,
at.
your charisma's 20 now, Dylan.
Wow.
You and me, buddy. You and me.
Wow.
Yeah,
What
thank
a-
goodness you had Sean
man.
here to like point it out, because otherwise, how long would that have gone without you?
Forever, bro.
Yeah.
I was literally sitting there too, and I was like, "I think Faith but how am I only at fucking 18? Everyone's got 20s. I don't fucking." I'm sitting there, I'm like,
I was literally
The
looking
fuck
at
are
it.
they
I'm like,
doing?
your stat line doesn't make sense for our party. Like I looked at it in the spreadsheet and knew.
Thank you, Sean.
I'm still a go.
Just like how you couldn't figure out how to access D&D Beyond, and my answer was right despite you not listening to me for 10 minutes, Tonguey.
Listen, we don't have to bring that up. We don't have to bring that up.
You're right. I'm pretty sure it's
We don't
captured
like this
on.
guy,
We don't,
Tonguey, it's
we
fine.
don't have to bring that.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
we don't have to.
I'm pretty
we
sure
don't have
that's
to-
on Streambot. So you're right. We don't have to.
Yeah. We don't have to bring that up.
I just reported him to Twitch. He's gonna get banned.
I'm not. I'm not on Twitch, so
Report him
it's
to YouTube.
fine.
Gonna report him to YouTube. He's banned.
Well, cool. Good session.
Yo, Jake.
Yeah, it was a good
Good
session.
shit.
Hope you guys
Why
are
do
ready
I
for
have
the...
this dice?
Hope you guys enjoyed your, like, what is that? Is that 2 sessions of no combat?
Yeah, Turley next session has no combat too.
I hope you're ready for
I need combat.
all combat.
It's
I
not
need
like we
combat.
just came out of like
I'm ready.
2.5
Now that I have
sessions
a-
of
I mean,
one
like,
combat.
the biggest. I'm not saying like all combat because I'm going to force you to do combat. I'm saying all combat because there is absolutely no way that you stealth your way through this
Yeah.
entire place.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
Oh, watch me.
Watch me.
watch you.
Yeah,
You have disadvantage on stealth checks.
watch me.
Dog, I don't need to watch
Watch
you.
me.
I'm gonna hear you.
Actually, no. Hold on. I say don't watch me because I'm gonna stealth through it all.
Oh, he's got you. He's got you.
Right.
He's got you.
Jake,
he's
I want you to
got
know, by the way, I caught up, not fully, but I watched the session where Group 1 gets their asses handed to them. Dude, it is the most insane thing to then watch them do the follow-up where they're like, okay, how should we decide to tackle the keep again now? And they go, what about any plan that isn't a full-on frontal assault?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best part was just like, it was so funny to me how painfully it was for Josh's character to
Oh.
admit that he lost.
Oh yeah,
Like,
of
I was
course.
like, I'm going to kill them.
Is this
Pay
any?
me or I'm going to kill them. All right, well, I'm going to try to. I'm okay, I'm gonna kill them. They're gonna die.
And even at the end, he's like, I'm gonna sleight of hand, give him not all my money. I'm like, that's an
Yeah.
insane choice to make.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
Have a good night.
Good night. Thanks
Good
for playing.
night.
And then you immediately bodied them in the
Oh, wait,
recap
wait.
the next session.
Painless,
Oh.
I wanted to show you something.
What?
Does Painless know that we play Magic, Sean?
Have you told him that we play Magic?
I think I briefly know, but like.
Alright,
not,
I think
like,
I
too
gotta
keenly
I gotta
aware.
get off. I gotta start
Have a good
applying to
night.
jobs.
All right.
Good
Bye.
night. See you.
Oh, you got a whole commander deck now.
It was a
got me on.
it was a gift from his
What's
wife.
the commander? I can't exactly tell.
The bane of my existence.
Eldrazi deck.
For what it's worth, the one game of Commander we've played in person, I beat this deck.
Oh, Sun Favored. Gotcha. Pantlaza. Yeah.
This deck's not as bad as the one he has online. The one he has on Arena is disgusting,
Dinosaurs.
and I hate it.
I have a whole cabinet that is full. Here, hold on. I have a whole cabinet that's full of that shit. Go ahead, camera.
I just have this.
That whole cabinet is full.
That's awesome.
And most specifically, probably my prized possession right now in terms of commander decks is this one, which is led by Tamio, Inquisitive Student, which I have signed by the